down one of the Duergar and restrained him with some rope after getting a critical hit with his hammer. And there was a giant wolf that we killed and 2 bugbears that ran away.
Dire wolf.
That if I had, been paying attention would have been unable to, but I forgot what my feats do, apparently. But never again. I've solved my own problem. Never again. Sentinel will make it impossible. So long as I hit. So 2 mobs ran away. And then so he restrained one of the Duergar, which is like a albino, it's like an underground dwarf, kind of. And the second dwarf I intimidated at the very end. And I threw him the manacles and he put himself in the manacles. So we have 2 prisoners of war. We unfortunately killed the mini boss in like one. I don't remember.
We were trying.
I can't remember who did that. Who did that? And how that happened.
I was trying to hold back, and I was like, "Which one should we go?" Everyone's like, "Go after it." Okay, no, you can use all your power because it's not going to kill him. So I went for all the power stuff, and it killed him.
Yeah, he died pretty hard.
The boss should not have died.
But we have 2. We have 2. So we can, I think that's just as good. Or it's good.
Cowardly mini boss.
Yeah.
The boss tried to run away, and we, kept him from running.
Yeah, that's about it. We had one more room we were going to explore before heading back up.
And I played you, and I rolled great every time I played you.
Yes.
Oh, maybe not so well.
Your wolf came out and did wolf things.
Oh,
It was great.
fun. Well, I'm sorry we missed it. I was just trying to see.
Frankie! I hear you.
I'm missing this.
It's in there?
I just looked.
Your stuff always
Is it in your stuff?
So well, yeah, maybe.
It's not in here.
Who was playing Lyrindel last?
I was, but I left everything here. I can take it with me. That I know of.
You did like it. I'm gonna take all that. Just the stuff. Like that.
You guys don't take it to you.
I'll print another one eventually. You have a notebook, whatever you can use for now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll print another one. Going the next week.
Thank you.
Frankie! Alright. You're in the Torog Shrine Room, Chamber of Eyes. 2 Duergar prisoners. Manticles on them?
The manacles are on one of them, and he tied up the other one with a rope.
Okay. There is a bunch of chains / manticles on the floor that the slaves are on if you want to...
There are slaves in the room?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they were. There were slaves in the room, but they were sold. But the manticles are still on the ground.
Oh.
So we could use them.
Are they actually manacles, or... Because I do remember seeing the picture. It looked like one long chain tied to the ground, and then other chains fed through it sideways.
Yeah,
You're saying
you could
these-
take the one off the one that's fed through it, and it'll be like a set.
Okay. How many?
There's 12 in total,
That
I
is
believe.
a lot.
This is just as simple as just breaking them with a sharp weapon, breaking them off the main one.
Mm-hmm. They're iron?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 of them.
14. Are these iron?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That saves us from having to buy new ones.
And they do seem to be slightly better than the ones you can get at an adventuring shop.
Okay.
Now we can get kinky.
They're not trick manacles, are they?
No.
So if we use them on any of these guys, they're gonna go, oh, they just hit the button and pop out of them.
A little bit of blood on some of them. But they're used.
See? Slippery.
We'll wash them later.
Yeah.
But I think there was one room. I don't know if it's south,
Yes.
but at the bottom of the page anyway. I don't know if that is south, but
Yep.
that we hadn't gone through. So maybe if Yago wants to check it out, while we maintain the prisoners. without them.
We had gone when you were here. We had gone through the mini boss's office and took a bunch of papers and stuff.
Mhm.
We also went through the chest.
Yep.
How much gold was in that chest?
I have 500 silver, 450 gold, potion of healing, 5 moonstone gems, the Delver's armor, and that's it.
That is all correct.
Okay, I don't think I mean, I remember hearing it, but I don't remember.
So that room, it's like that room, but on the other side of
Go
Darrack
there.
Shrine is the one that we didn't check out yet.
Oh,
The southern room.
Yeah. So I guess can we investigate that before we head back up?
Mm-hmm. Yep. The hallway that brings you there is just one single 5-foot hallway, so it's one at a time. So it's somebody who wants to go in first kind of situation. And I could put a map out.
Yeah. I can't think without seeing it.
The map is not going to show the actual room, it's just going to show the hallway.
It was like if the double doors were here, the room I think was down here.
The door would be here. This is actually supposed to go down a little bit more, and the door would be here, and the room
Yeah.
goes that way.
And we were just
Yeah, you were-
fighting. We were in here fighting, and this is the way you came in.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then the chest would have been over here. So you would have been on the
so I guess
other side.
we're being lured to go check that room, aren't we?
There's no
when you
way a
had-
paladin
when
would
you-
want to search
When
everything.
you had gone through there the first time, you checked the door and you hadn't heard anything. So that's what I'm thinking, like, especially with all the noise we just made here, probably safe. So if you want to just check for treasure or...
I'm going to the door, and I'm going to see if I can peek through the hole again, keyhole, and listen for any sound.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, so I check the doorknob again, see if it's open.
Seems unlocked.
Click. Is anybody backing up Yago? Yago talking in third person.
I think we're all busy keeping the prisoners in line.
Okay.
2 to a prisoner.
They slowly open and peek in the door. Do I see anything?
Alright. The room is dark unless you have dark vision, so for you see fine.
Yes.
The room is from west to east, it is 60 feet. No, 30 feet, I'm sorry. North to south is 25 feet. And then a connecting room to the east, which is half the size-ish. 2 tables with a bunch of mugs sitting on these tables. Some of them seem to be filled.
I wanna
The smell of food is in the air.
food equals people.
Okay. I slowly step back away from the door with that information, and I go back to the others and tell them what I perceived.
What kind of food did you smell?
It was meat. It was slightly burnt meat.
No, you think it was very much burnt meat.
It was burnt meat is what I smelled. Did I see this meat?
No, you think
No.
it's coming from the connecting room in the back.
Okay. I'm not sure if it's eating food meat or somebody burned, but it's definitely burnt flesh. Probably food.
I'd like to ask the Duergar prisoner if he knows if there would be anybody left in this chamber, in these chambers.
What do I look like? This is not my place. I don't know what's going on here.
That's not helpful.
Is this a dead? Would we know if this is a dead end, or like theoretically should we have pushed further? Like there only was one entrance when we got down here, right? But this is an entrance to the Chamber of Eyes specifically, or like this is almost like the foyer for a much deeper traversion.
You wouldn't know. To you, this is just another hallway that led into another room in the Chamber of Eyes.
Well, I mean, like that's what I'm saying. The whole Chamber of Eyes, is that one closed space, or is that like the entranceway to a deeper delve? Like, is this its own closed environment or not?
Because your characters wouldn't know, I can't really answer
Okay,
that.
yeah, that's what I was asking.
Oh. Should we do any reviving ourselves?
I assume we took a short rest. I already took all my surges off for that. We can do that if we didn't. If that wasn't clear, I guess.
Okay, so
Are we starting at full?
no.
Well,
Not if it was a short rest then.
Because I don't know what I have.
well, you'd have full. You'd just deduct your surges and set yourself to full hit points.
Right, but I don't have that. So
Right.
am I starting just
Yeah, just go
What's your what? How many? What's your max?
for what?
Your max surges.
A day?
Yeah.
8.
I mean, I don't think it's super. I think you could set yourself to 4, and I don't think it matters because we're going from here back upstairs. It shouldn't matter. It's all. I don't know. But I think it. I don't think it matters too much. Yeah, I don't remember what happened. I don't remember how much damage you took. Everybody took some damage last time.
Gotcha. Okay. So we'll just say I'm at 4.
Arbitrary number, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
so this recharge, so this should have been 7, so it would have been. Now let's say minus. Now it's a 6, so we take 1.
Darrack took -13, Lyrindel took -5 in round 3. Yeah, I don't think it was like a ton, and then, oh yeah, Darrack took -17.
Right, and we didn't drink
Yeah.
drink our
Just
magic.
do
No, we didn't. We
Yeah.
forgot to.
Yeah, we forgot.
The magic beer.
Magic beer.
Can we drink our beer now? We're doing a short rest.
I guess.
Yeah, so
So we have
5 extra
Temporary
That's
points.
temporary.
temporary
points.
points.
Let me see how many charges we have left. If I even can find them.
So let's say this is 8, I guess. Or he. Do you think he lost 2 for surges? How many surges?
So we're at 140.
I would say at least 2.
Okay. And then let me go back here. And then we do +5 here.
So short rest. So I have
Oh, such value is 9 now?
I have an alchemical fire, and I make another alchemical fire, so now I have 2.
Do you want to investigate the room? And I can give you like a +4 to stealth if you want to sneak in and take a look. You're afraid that there are people in there, right?
Possibly because there's still fresh smelling food.
Right. Okay. So do you want to do that? I'll give you +4 to stealth, and you can check it out.
I would say the smell of the food is more burnt.
So maybe it was food and they left it too long and...
Yeah. Check for traps before I go in. Do I sense any traps?
Unless it's a magical trap, you wouldn't sense it. You have to do an actual perception check.
Perception check. Oh, great. Passive insight, sensors. There's no perception check on that one. Oh. Okay. Roll a 11 plus 10. So 21%.
Definitely anywhere near the entrance, there's no traps.
Okay. So I step inside and look around.
I'll give him +4. It's his next skill check.
Like I said, this first room is 30 feet by 25 feet. 2 tables, 4 chairs to a table. It seems to be around 5 mugs, mostly looking either half full or undrinking. And then there is a connecting room that is about half the size. And in this room, from where you can see, you're not in the room yet, seems to be a lot of crates, drums, firewood.
I guess no voices or anything?
No sounds.
Nothing.
Is there anything in these crates? I look in.
The crates are in the other room, so you have to say you're going to that room. What is everyone else doing?
We are 25 feet away from him, I guess. Unless we want to go in with you, it's fine.
I give whistle. And through that whistle, I've transmitted. You guys. Someone should come forward enough to keep an eye on me from the distance.
I'll back him up.
Just in case.
Where are we? Here?
Yeah. So stay in this way. I'm gonna go towards the door, but do another perception check for any
It's more of an entryway. There's no door
entrance.
there. Yeah.
I go towards the door, the distance I need to go before I have to do another perception check.
Alright, so you're kind of like just peeking through it. Like I said, the room is probably less than half the size of the first room. To your left is a stove. And on there you can see a lot of food, mostly meats.
Okay.
Burnt. The fire seems to have gone out.
Oh, did I need to roll for stealth or something while I was doing all this?
So far you haven't, but nothing seems to be happening.
Okay.
So
Seems like nothing's going on here.
go in the room and check a crate.
Okay, I'm gonna do it stealthily first.
Mm-hmm.
Stealthily. I roll a 16 plus the 4 plus my stealth 14.
Is this just, you're just walking in the room?
Going into the room.
It's just a small room.
And I...
A little less than half the size of the first room. Nobody is in there. No signs of anyone in there. There is about 6 barrels, 2 crates, and a lot of firewood in the stove.
What do I use to carefully open and look inside the crates?
You can just say you want to open it.
I want to open it.
Alright, in the crates are actually mostly empty, but in one of them is a weapon just sitting in there. All by itself. All by its lone self.
I need someone to come and do a arcane check on this weapon before I pick it up.
Arcane or religious?
Oh, yes, arcane or religious check.
Well, I can do an arcana check. 10 altogether.
This is a Life Drinker Scimitar. Level 5 with a +1. So it does on a crit 1d6 necrotic damage. Its property is when you drop an enemy to 0 hit points or fewer with a melee attack made with this weapon, gain 5 temporary hit points.
Does this qualify as a short sword?
Scimitar.
Right, but
It's its own thing. It's a high crit weapon.
it's a heavy blade. Military heavy blade.
What's it called? Light?
Life Drinker, one word.
Ooh, Life Drinker.
Okay. I was going to say, because if it's a light blade, I think you have expertise on that, right? But I don't think you have expertise
Yeah, you can't use it.
On this.
Only person that can use it is you.
I think it's I'd have to check. I think I get the bonus to crit damage, but I lose 1 proficiency.
Yeah.
So I think we just sell it. It's fine. Yeah. It's the same as what I'm wearing, it's just slightly different. I think we can just sell it.
Cool.
This thing's heavy. I don't make it.
So you look around the room, do you see anything else?
So I look around the room. Is there anything else of interest?
As you go through all the crates and all the barrels, through the firewood, in total you are going to find 1 potion of healing. All this is quote unquote kind of hidden.
Oh, hidden stuff.
3 gems.
What kind of gems?
The usual, amethyst.
You said the usual was moonstone.
The most common. And scattered throughout hidden places you find a total of 75 gold pieces. This room is called the refectory, in case you need a reference to where you found certain things. You hear one of the Duergar say to the other ones, "Look, they are no different than anyone else. They are thieves."
I look to him and I just say, we're resourceful.
At least we don't steal people.
Oh shit. Roasted.
You just see them both look down.
Alright. Ready to take these 2 upstairs to the authorities? We have a lot of questions we want to ask him.
Alright, so you are leaving Chamber of Eyes?
We have 2 in. 2 prison.
I have 1 in the manacles and he has 1 tied up in the rope.
Gotcha. Okay.
As you make your way out of the Chamber of Eyes, Lyrindel is not there anymore.
Oh no. We weren't there that long, no? Like a half hour max?
Probably.
We got here at 6, and 6:15 was Torog Shrine, so after that, plus looking around,
Yeah, you would say it's 6:30.
6:30 now? Uh-oh, I hope he's okay. What was his name?
Lyrindel.
I told his mom I'd keep him safe. Is it nature or perception or? is
To
it
get
just,
you
like,
find your way
track-
back?
No, to see if I can see like tracks, like to see.
No, there's
tracks.
be way too many people that will come back and forth.
Well, true, but these would be very little feet. This would be a halfling child, right?
No, it's the ground is still stone. There would be no.
Oh,
Dirt
there's
or
no
anything.
dirt pathing at all.
But you need to roll. Everyone can roll a dungeoneering check to find your way back. It's not that far. The check is not hard at all.
10.
Only one person needs to pass it.
3 plus 4.
15.
You have 17? I got 20.
Oh, 15,
Ah.
15.
A few of you already passed.
Okay.
18 total. For
So it actually was not difficult at all. You remembered quite easily. You enter through the same way you left, which is the southeast part, which is not far from the Grimmerzhul trading post, which you did get information on.
Wasn't this guy mentioned in the papers? Isn't he part of the slave trade?
The guy we killed is, and the two Duergar had let slip that they had come to do business with him. So yeah, we kind of killed the guy we needed to talk to, but we have people that we can ask questions, and the fact that we have two of them means if you separate them and their answers don't match up, you know one of them's lying, even if we would fail an insight check. So there's a redundancy in
The
that.
contract you found in the Chief Cran's room mentioned a guy named Merklemore Grimmerzhul.
Yes, I do have that. Contracts regarding 14 slaves signed by both. And then it says 1,000 gold. That was what the contract was for? We
Yeah.
didn't find 1,000 gold. Unless... yeah,
Well,
I do
you
have
think
that.
slaves are not there, that this contract was already done because it was signed 2 days ago? So they came back? The reasons for it, you
Would
don't
we,
know.
can we go... Would we have known where the authorities were in this upper echelon area, in the Acolyte Quarter? Well, it's not just the Acolyte Quarter, it's the
according to like
Seven.
what authorities would be the guy that's in charge, Arontor, and his side guy. But there is no like prisons here or jail cells or anything like that. It's, break a law, you're just sent away or death. In the Seven Pillared Hall.
Right, but
So the two guys that we have are dwarves.
kind of, they're Duergar.
They're like evil dwarves.
Oh.
They're like
Yes.
they're like to dwarves what he is to elves.
Oh, okay.
Shady
I have something
evil
about
dwarves.
underdark dwarves.
Yeah,
Dark
That's
much.
basically them.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know who we should go see. I think walking into
Keep in mind, you just entered Seven Pillar Hall with 2 people in shackles. Keep that in mind.
so do we want to go? There's a couple places we can go. We can go to the first room we came into where we had to stamp our names. There was that one guy that felt like he was kind of keeping guard on that entry area where people hadn't yet stamped, making him kind of an authority figure, and talk to the people there to see who we should talk to about this whole
Omega 3.
dynamic. We can stop by the inn first and see if Lyrindel went home, or if he's missing. Or we can take the Duergar and confront the shopkeeper, but I feel like we should.
I made a mess with
I feel like, I mean,
The problem is the authorities just keep the law in this 7 pillar area. Anything outside, which this was definitely outside the 7 pillar, they don't care about.
would they care about somebody within the 7-pillared hall being directly responsible for the slave trade, though? Like, or do we
I don't
need
know.
to do
We don't
vigilante
know.
justice on this guy? And in what way would we do that, though? Because if we put him in shackles in the 7-pillared hall, does that not make us the villain?
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying maybe we should try to consult somebody who may know how to handle this better instead of just going in there and accidentally becoming, the bad guys ourselves. So would you
So
guys
let's
want to
go somewhere where we can stash these guys and keep them undercover.
You think we can get? You think we can do that? I wouldn't even know where to
The
go.
inn?
We don't.
'Cause
The inn is on the opposite side
So we'd
of
have
the
to
7-pillared hall.
I mean, so is the place we came in, though.
Which means you would have to actually pass the customs house.
Okay, so how do you guys feel about going to the custom house then?
Well, that seems like our only choice unless we let these people go, right? And not be seen as.
Well, I mean, if anybody asks a question, right, it's kind of like what Neri was saying is it didn't happen in the seven-pillared hall, so as of right now, we're walking around with people in shackles, but it's kind of, is that not the same as if we had walked through the mountainside in the front door with the people in shackles? Like, it didn't happen here, so
Right.
did they see it as a crime?
I see.
We might get funny looks, but maybe that's all we get is funny looks.
Right.
I would vote that we go to the customs house, but we can do whatever we want. We can definitely still go straight to the inn and see if Era is there, and if Lyrindel went home. We can go wherever you guys want to go.
Did they resist going into the space while having shackles on?
No.
So, do they seem confident that they're going to get away now that they're in there if anyone sees them with shackles on?
You really can't get a read on them. They're not saying much after somebody insulted them.
Did I?
No, I did.
No. I was like, it sounds like something I would do,
It's
but
just-
I don't remember it.
Telling
Yeah,
the
they
truth.
actually have not said a word since then.
Alright.
Been skinned.
I guess we'll walk to the customs house, and while there are people that I might be on the lookout for, I guess we'll just walk through the door first and see what happens before we do anything more than that.
Alright, like I said, you have to travel pretty much across the entire place. You do get some looks, and probably not because they're Duergar, but because they're in shackles. You walk in, same guy is there, in his same place. His partner in crime is not there.
The large creature with the large pale knees and the club?
Mm-hmm.
Who is there?
Arontor is
Oh,
the mage.
right. Okay.
As you guys enter, he looks at you guys. Obviously, he notices the shackles on the Duergar, and he goes, "What's going on here?"
I guess I will.
So, honored mage, I have a question for you. What's your take on slavery and trafficking of said slaves?
Sounds like a lot of work, not something I want to be into.
So, what do you say if we took care of the problem for you?
Is there a problem with that in Seven Pillared Hall?
There was.
There might be, and I want to take out the contract and point to the name on the contract.
Alright, he looks over it, probably reads it over a couple times. He's like, according to this, it doesn't seem like it's taking place in the hall, but out in the labyrinth. Which means I don't care about it.
But somebody inside the Seven Pillared Hall is directly responsible, and we'd like to bring him to justice, and we do not want to do this in a way that puts us at risk of breaking our contract with the customs house.
Are you talking about Merklemore?
Yes.
His name has been passed through here a couple times, but he never comes here to the Seven Pillared Hall. Although he has some of his men work at the trading post, but he never comes here. He is not a problem here. I suggest you bring these two guys back to where you found them, or at least back to the post.
Post?
Grimmerzhul trading post.
I'm confused. Is the trading post not? I thought it's the whole like top tier is the Seven Pillared Hall.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm sorry, I'm lost. I feel.
The Grimmerzhul trading post is just a store.
Yeah,
inside
in
the
the
Seven-
Seven Pillared Hall.
Yeah.
So what is he suggesting?
Take
That-
it back to the trading post.
Yeah.
Like
Or back to the labyrinth.
take it up with a storefront within the confines of the Seven.
No, he just says bring them back. Either bring them back to where you found them, the labyrinth, or give them to the Grimmerzhul trading post, since that's where those people work. He mentioned that Merklemore never comes to the Seven Pillared Hall, and if he's the one behind this, if he's not ever comes here, it doesn't involve
So he's not even present at his own store, is what he's saying?
Yeah.
Alright. Can I ask
You
him-
at this point you hear a little chuckle out of one of the Duergar.
What do you guys think? How should we proceed?
I take out one of my little blades and look at them and say, "What do you prefer? To go back where we found you,
Where there's
Or-
no laws?
where there are no laws, or go to the trading post?"
They look at each other. We can go to the trading post.
I don't read anything.
I think we should take them back to the Labyrinth, and I whisper into, so only they can hear me, and cook you, and serve you with a fine Chianti and fava beans.
Sounds really good, actually. I'm really hungry.
It's a little disgusting. And the other one hits the other one. Like, yeah, but she mentioned fire.
What did we learn about Gendar? I just wrote him in here, but we talked to him a little bit. Or did we not? We didn't ask him any questions? We just had a laugh with him and we kind of off. The guy with the eye patch that
Yes.
we kind of joked around with. We gave you an eye patch and you were like, you had a little
Oh,
Spider-Man moment.
Oh.
But we didn't get any information about him.
No,
We don't even know like what he does, like who he is at all. He's just a shopkeeper to us. We should have talked to more people, I think.
I think the person behind this, McLemore, who's not even here, is the person we need to confront.
I think the issue, yeah, no, I agree. I think the issue is just like, I don't see a world where we don't come to a head with an action that breaks the rules here.
Unless
So-
we take these two to the Labyrinth
Yeah,
and
that
just kill them.
we can absolutely do something like that. Why don't we do something like that? Let's take them back down, and we'll interrogate them ourselves. Why don't we take them back to where we found them and tie them up in that pit? And if we don't like what they say, we'll leave them down there.
I think we should build a fire and tie them up and hang them over the fire.
I like that too. We can do that.
And then we interrogate them.
Okay.
What's your roll on Duergar?
Not terrible. I think we got the bare minimum. I think we had like 25 because I think we rolled his Duergar 30. Oh, okay. He must have
So
rolled
you
really
know
high.
that they can resist 10 fire.
Only 10 fire. Means it'll be a nice slow interrogation.
Or it might not do any damage at all.
Then it'll be tickling for them. I don't know. We'll find something.
I'll just cut a few slivers off and then cook it.
We could cook that. Yeah, we could cook what we take off of them. Sure. I'm getting really dark for my character, I think.
Yeah.
But they are slavers. There might be slave trading children too. The ends justify the means. That's the kind of guy I am. So I'm okay with it. You guys want to take them back down and
Yeah.
we'll interrogate them there?
Yep.
Okay. So, do we want to go back to where we were, or like where there's places to tie them up? Like we'll take them back into that pit, and how do you want to build the fire?
If you're going there, you're gonna have to roll a dungeoneering check again.
It was a 16 plus 3, 19.
14 plus 6.
Alright, you guys passed.
16.
16.
Obviously, nothing has changed in this building.
How close was the inn from the customs house? Is it nearby, or is it?
Less than 100 feet.
Before we go down, can we drag these two over to the inn just to check in with Emma or Era,
Uh huh.
and just let them know that We did not see Rendell on the way out. When we
Alright, you walk in. Not many patrons in there, but Era is at her stand. But you do see Rendell there.
Oh, thank God.
Hey guys, what have you been? What are you doing with Duergar?
I say, come over here, mister. You gave us a big scare. I was really worried you'd gotten hurt.
Well, I did say that I wasn't going to stay long because it is very dangerous for me to be there alone, but you got two Duergar.
Yep. We,
They're going to find out you have two Duergar. They're not going to be happy.
I tell him not to worry about it. Arantor himself has already seen.
Oh, I don't mean Arantor.
Who do you mean?
Kedhira.
Is that with a K or a C?
K. Kedhira.
Hira?
Mm-hmm.
I ask him who Kedhira is.
She,
What Kedhira is?
Oh, if Kedhira is.
She, from what I know, she's one of the commanders of Merklemore that works in the trading post.
Are you saying you've seen these two before at the trading post?
Not these two. But there is others. They do good business. They bring stuff from the Underdark that we can really use here. You know, some good drinks and wines and stuff. But if she sees that you have them prisoner, she's not going to be happy. Nor's Brug.
I say, Rendell, how old are you? What do you know about good drinks? Do I need to have a talk with your mother?
I'm 55.
I say, I'm so sorry. I thought you were a child.
I am a child. In our years.
I feel incredibly racist, and I just kind of back off.
Great, now I'm the racist one. Because it's okay. People get that confused a lot.
I tell him not to worry about it. Don't tell anybody.
At this point, you see a few characters walk in. You see what you think is a female dragonborn.
Very cool.
A mage, older male. Another human, male.
It's a male human mage.
Yeah. Another human, kind of in heavier armor. And you see a little kobold walking in with them. They all sit at a table. Era walks to them. Probably getting some orders. And it just, you know, you really weren't paying attention much to, in the Seven-Pillared Hall, of all the different creatures that there are, because you've always been on, like, your little missions and stuff, but it was kind of funny to see such an odd group of 4 characters, especially a kobold, walking in as what you could definitely call an adventurer. It's like, guys, you know, I'm a little nervous with having them in here. I don't want Kedhira to come in here and start trouble.
Kedhira? Is there an A?
Yeah, at the end.
Kedhira, okay. Is there anything you guys want to ask or tell him or do here before we pop out?
Did you say Brug?
Yes.
Who's Brug?
You haven't met Brug yet? He's a big ogre. He is Arantor's right-hand man. He walks around with a very large great club. He's an enforcer of the Seven-Pillared Hall.
We did meet him.
Yeah, when we first had to sign the ledger.
We did meet him. But he wasn't there today.
If I were you, I would get rid of these two.
But isn't it true we're not breaking any rules right now?
He don't care about the rules. He does what he wants. If he sees something he don't like, he's gonna take care of it.
Wouldn't that make him the one who breaks the rules?
It doesn't matter. For him, he does what he wants.
So do we. Okay. I guess we'll...
You say that we should get rid of them. How would you get rid of them? Rendell?
So while this is going on,
You could
Hey,
bring them back to
back
the
up.
post, but not
see those
shackled, or
adventurers
just
over
throw
there
them
that just
somewhere in
came
the labyrinth.
Pretend you're really
And
drunk
hope they don't say
you wanna
anything.
buy them a drink and see what intel you can pick up.
But the Duergar, the two of them are kind of just chuckling at this point.
I go to the bar and I buy a pitcher. And I wobble over
Oh, it's leaking again.
to that new crew that just came in.
I'm listening.
And I put the big pitcher down and go, how you guys doing?
Big picture, huh?
You all look thirsty
Parched.
and
5 silver.
parched.
5 silver for the picture.
5 silver.
Why is it leaking so much?
You do
Yeah,
from the group?
Well, I think that kind of thing should come out of his.
It will be out of mine. So, oh, I only have gold pieces.
The Dragonborn
1 gold is 10 silver.
So,
looks at you guys.
is it 10 or 100?
No, it's 10.
How many silver is 1 gold?
10.
Okay.
Hey,
The Dragonborn stands up along with the mage. The mage holds up his hand, and a big poof of flame comes out of his hand, and you see the Dragonborn breathe right through the flame, and this huge fireball just erupts above the table. And then they look at you and he goes, "That one was for free. Thank you for the picture."
so you're show folks, huh? That was wonderful. What can you show me for this pitcher of beer? Since that one was free.
The next one's 100 gold, pal.
100 gold? For
And
a
you see,
show?
You see the mage now like moving his fingers, and there's like little lightning bolts coming out of his tips of his fingers. By the look at them, you could tell they've been adventurers for some time. Their skill level looks pretty good. You can already tell that the kobold is the equivalent to you, like almost like a master thief.
I make myself look a little green and go like my barf all over them, but I hold it back.
Do you need to
Make like
excuse
I
yourself?
swallow. No, I'm fine.
Well, listen, pal. We just came from a long journey here. This is the Dragonborn. We would like to rest for a second, eat some food. If there's stuff you like to talk about, we can talk in a little bit.
Sounds good. I'll drop by again.
All right. They sit down.
And I
Eric
walk
comes out with some food
backwards
for them.
away. And I go off to the bar and just sit by myself from a distance. So you guys saw it all.
I'm just standing by the entrance with my prisoner in hand. Just waiting, just watching.
Yeah, they're just eating now. Nothing else is going on right now.
Well, we have rooms at the inn. Why don't we throw these 2 prisoners there and
Well, Rendel's like wants them out.
I think we should just take him down and get the information.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like anybody here cares about literally
I'm down.
anything that isn't directly happening right in this floor. And if we are taking it on ourselves to mete out justice for whomever hired us to do this in the first place, I think we're going to have to do it ourselves and kind of circumnavigate around the ruling of the 7-pillared hall itself.
Okay, Lyrindel, we're going to leave. Before we go, do you have, by any chance, in the kitchen some fava beans I could take with me?
Was that a joke? Where are you guys heading to?
Well, we did our dungeoneering roll before. It was good. We're going back in.
Yeah.
All right, so you make your way back to that exit, and you could see the two Duergar staring at the trading post, and they're like kind of laughing about it as they pass it. You guys get into the labyrinth. You're heading back to the Chamber of Eyes.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
You get back there. Obviously, it hasn't been much time, so nothing looks any different in there at all.
I keep my ears open the path that we came down to make sure we're not followed. And I throw, what kind of trap I can drop down? Is there like bottles or anything about?
In the Chamber of Eyes,
Yeah.
the refectory would.
I get a bottle and I break it in the entranceway, where if anyone were to follow us, you know, they would have to walk over broken glass.
All right.
Let's take him to the kitchen area. We'll put a big pot of boiling water and start cooking it. And I say, okay, so we'll start the interrogation. If it doesn't go well, we'll start taking off one finger at a time and throw it in the boiling water. What do you think? So little dudes. Okay, let's separate them and put
What's
one.
their health at right now? Do they also get their health back with our short rest?
Mm-hmm.
And didn't we use one of the cards to learn their health? Did we write that down? I just wrote 49. Is that their health? That's my health. Is that their health too?
No.
Did you write down their max health?
Duergar 1 got a -10 on round 4. Then he got mortally wounded.
After how much?
That was round 4. We had 5 rounds.
Well, they're at full health, so we can attack and something. They're gonna live at the very least. If we want to go down that route.
I suspect we're followed.
Do you want to check for that?
And, well, that's right. I threw the glass down as a warning. If we
Okay.
hear crunching glass, they're going to, they're about to pounce on us. Is there something I can do? To perceive. I don't know where we're going with this.
Just trying to interrogate the Duergar.
So you said we should separate them? Or do you want to do them both together? Or what do you want to do?
I think separating them is the smart thing to do. Make sure we get the same answers. We just need to agree on what questions we want to ask. So we can ask them what's the involvement in the slave trade.
Who's Kedhira? How do we find her? How do we find Mecrolamore?
And which one of you want to live? And which one gets to not live?
Yeah, we could just ask more about slave trade, like who's in charge, where are they, what was their business. Why should they be allowed to live? what else do we want to know? What else would you guys like to know?
To what extent has this slave trade been going on? How many slaves have they been processing?
Okay.
Where are the slaves coming from? And who's buying them?
Alright. So I still have one of them, and I'll take Lyrindel with me, and maybe the three of you interrogate the other one. And I tell them that we're going to be asking them the same questions, and if some of their answers don't line up, we will kill the one who we feel is being least honest, and the other one may go free. Not my life.
Oh,
So,
aren't they cute?
We were in the refractory just then. So I'll take. Do you want? Sure. Okay, so I'll take Lyrindel and the prisoner into the room where the chest was on the opposite side of the.
Maybe you should show them nice kitty.
Yeah.
Nice kitty, soft kitty,
I'll take
little
him. I'll take
ball
him
of
to the other
fur.
room with this secret passageway.
and we hear big growls coming out of that room.
So on the opposite side of the chamber. And those are the questions that we can just go down the list, but we'll ask them. What is your involvement in all of this? Where do you fit into this slave trade?
Me just looking the other way. Not even looking at you guys.
Okay, I'll take my sword and I'll scrape one tally in the wall. And I'll ask him, who is Kedhira?
Your mother.
I'll scrape another tally on the wall.
So I'm listening at the door, and I walk over at the other guy, and we haven't asked any questions of him. I just grab a big heavy rock and I drop it as hard as I can on his foot.
Roll attack.
So
That's 2 damage. Improvised attack.
I'm just trying to get screams from him to, kind of
My
encourage.
digits.
Oh, which room am I in?
The three of you are in the refractory, the room with the
one I just dropped the rock on.
I take.
We're not asking him any questions.
I
We're just gonna.
I take a
Light
feather.
torture.
I take a
just gonna
feather.
torture him.
Oh no, wrong character. I find a feather
What?
on the ground.
I don't want to know. Don't want to know.
You don't want to know. I take something that's like a feather, and then on that foot that just got smashed,
kind of
I
tickler?
start tickling a tickling device, and I start tickling. And I keep doing it more and more severe.
Stop it! Stop it! I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Okay, and that's going through the doorway to the other room.
Well, we're on the other side. Like the large room is in between us, so that they couldn't hear each other. This was kind of the idea. All right. So while they're doing this, I'll ask him, where is Mecklemore? And I'll take my sword and I'll make one more tally. I'll ask him, who's in charge?
Your mother.
Alright, so 4, and then I'll say, this is kind of the same thing. What was their business? Kind of the same thing.
I don't want to be part of this.
Little kitty.
Little head.
You people are crazy. Meow, meow. You're so cute. Yeah, you know.
I love you.
Little
You love
happy
me?
guys.
Fine. You don't love me today.
Was there somewhere I could have, because we have like 14 of these manacles, was there somewhere in the room that we were in that I could have kind of tied him down to? Or not?
Where the slaves would have been.
Okay, so then then I guess I'll take him to the other to the room where
What you could do is, because of the length of the main chain that's going down the room, if you remember what the room looks like, there's about 10-foot wall. You can tie him up to certain parts of the wall, like this.
There were handles for that?
You could say there's, based on the fact that every slab of stone has an eye, and you can just hook him into certain parts where he can just be out there.
But only in the main chamber.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll drag him over to the main chamber. I'll scrape back.
And you have all the manacles and main thing there. You have all different ways you can do it.
Okay, so I'll tie him onto the floor, so he's bound to the floor with his appendages out. And I scrape the 4 scrapings into the floor, and I'll say,
Face up or face down? You want them
face up.
Okay.
And I'll say, to what extent, or I'll say, who were the buyers involved in who is buying the slaves?
You know who.
I'm asking you.
You stretched him pretty good, so he's in a little bit of pain.
I'm saying I want to hear you say it out loud.
All I know is Merklemore.
I say thank you for being honest this one time.
Kiss my buttons.
But you've been dishonest with me 4 times. And I hold his hand down, and I want to chop off 4 fingers.
Hold on, let me clear my throat.
Is he in a place that where the other?
So we're now in the room adjacent to you.
And I'm tickling him more.
Do I need to roll or anything?
No, because he's defenseless.
Okay.
It just happens. It's a coup de grace, basically.
Okay, so remove 4 fingers.
And the other guy's, and he's laughing so hard he's like farting.
Oh boy.
We didn't need the beans.
I asked those same questions. What was it that you just?
What was their involvement? Who's Kedhira? Where's Macklemore? Who's in charge? And who are the buyers? I have more questions, but I was trying to do 5 at a time because I would just chop his whole hand off.
I asked the same questions as I continue tickling him.
I go in, I grab the fingers. I said,
Oh,
are these
you're
for
coming
good?
out? You're coming in?
Yeah.
And then I come back and I go, okay, so let's see, we're going to start with 4 questions.
You actually put the fingers on your fingers? Yeah.
Okay, let's start with the questions.
Because you're actually still smaller than him, you can do it.
Would you take his bones out?
I just show him the fingers. He knows it's his friend's fingers.
It's Merklemore. I don't know any more than Merklemore's in charge. Kedhira is one of his commanders. She works in the trading post.
What else do we need?
Francesca.
Maybe we can ask what the next step to stopping the slave trade might be, but yeah, that's fine. How to stop the slave trade?
How do we find these 2 characters? Where are they?
Kedhira's in the trading post. Merklemore, I don't know. He's in a big fortress somewhere in the Labyrinth. I don't know. They don't give us all the information. We just do our jobs.
How long has this been going on?
Couple years. PG-13. PG-13. PG-13.
So, are we getting anything else out of them, or
Do you want to swing it back to us and what we're doing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So this guy's just sitting there with 4 missing fingers.
And he hears all this yelling,
Yeah,
laughter,
He hears
yelling.
something. Yeah, I don't think he knows what you guys are doing over there. But I tell him 4 wrong answers, 4 fingers. You've got 6 left, and then I start taking something else. And I ask him those questions again. What was your involvement?
For me, it was just to collect the money.
collect the money on whose account?
Kedhira.
So Kedhira was the seller.
No, she's just one of the commanders. I don't know how she's involved.
Well, I mean, if he's collecting money for her from the Duergar, or from what's his face, then he would have been the one buying the slaves. Kedhira would have been the one collecting and then selling them to the guy we just killed. No. Okay. How do we stop this operation?
You gotta take out Merklemore and his commanders.
Alright. And why should he be allowed to live? As a part of this organization.
Atakacker, you meant me? The guy you're talking to? Or?
The guy that the Duergar. No, Pete, why should you be allowed to live?
I didn't hear the... I didn't know if you meant Merklemore or the guy you're talking
Game's
to.
really getting ahead.
Like I take out a knife in real life and like, listen.
I'll give you all the answers. No, I thought you meant Merklemore. I wasn't sure. I don't have any more answers. That's all I know. My throat hurts from talking like this.
So we're back in the room with the guy that we're tickling. Darrack, do you have any questions?
No.
Don't you want to know anything?
Do you want to do a little tickling? Do you want to do another torture? Like maybe whipping him? Or
How often do we get to do this?
you can blindfold him or something? Like,
You are a dwarf, so you look down at these guys as like devils, which they kind of are.
So, can he cast fear on it?
oh. Whoa.
Yeah, but he's not gonna go in. They're not gonna run anywhere. But
But you still be scared?
But he would feel.
yeah,
Really scared and answer questions better, maybe?
yeah. I don't know about answering questions. That's not really the purpose of it. It's more of like just like run. Let me get away from this
Yeah,
person.
just be in like a 6-second state of absolute terror.
Yeah, like they won't even actually be able to speak.
I mean, that
So-
still sounds fun.
Yeah, do that.
I'm gonna do
And
that.
then I'll go back to tickling him.
So
and
he'll be afraid and laughing.
So do you have
So you do that. You jump on his shoulders and like tickle his neck.
Does he have to roll? Because that is
No.
not on armor class. That
No.
would be on like their
It's-
internal.
There's no
We're
rolling
not
in this
fighting,
situation.
so yeah.
He's
You just
He's-
cast it.
defenseless.
Yeah, but that's more on like a psyche, regardless of
Doesn't
armor
matter.
standing.
If you're defenseless, the straight rule is for defenseless, you don't have to roll for attacks.
Okay.
So it just
Is there
happens.
any incantation or something?
He would just do it. He would, by unreal power that he musters, gets up and starts running towards the kitchen area and runs right into a wall and half knocks himself out.
Well, he would avoid the obstacles and the walls, no?
He's so afraid. though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's missing some.
Did I was I on his back riding like a
Oh
cowboy?
yeah.
And I went with him.
Between that and scared crapless for two different reasons, and his foot hurts so he can't walk straight, he just ran right into a wall. And the sudden stop, you kind of like flung, missed the wall, and flew into the other room near the stove.
And then I get up and I laugh. And then I look at the
And you're
guy
chasing
on
him
the
with the
ground.
fake fingers.
So this says you. This says you would need to attack, but any attack that lands is an automatic crit.
That's in battle. That's during an encounter. We're not in an encounter.
Okay.
Yeah, this is straight. Nothing happens. They're defenseless.
So are you next? I say to the other.
The other's like this right now.
Oh, you're talking to my guy now?
Yes,
Oh, I
because
missed it. What happened?
I flung out of the room, but I tucked and rolled and got up.
Yeah, their
like
guy's
I
knocked
did
out.
on purpose, and the other guy's making such crazy noises. So I figure, and he just yelled with terror before it just stopped.
So
and I came back out, and I rolled out, and I
You're like,
played
who's
through,
next?
and I'm like, who's
Yeah.
next?
Does anyone remember the beginning of the movie of this is the Jim Carrey movie, Dumb and Dumber, when he runs off the tarmac and just on the ground? He's just laying there on the ground like ah.
So I'll turn to Yago and I'll say, he was just telling me why he believes that we should allow him to live. And I'll look back at the Duergar as if to expect an answer.
So, in a weird honesty moment, he goes, "There is no reason. I will go back, search out Merklemore, and do what I do. That's who we are."
I turn to Yago and I say, do you want to earn some free hits and kills for the scoreboard? I'm just kidding. But I will ask him if he'd like to do the honors. Killing him. Yep, knew it was coming.
You guys said you'll kill me with fire.
We lied.
Yago's not bright. He thinks that that's fire.
It burns like fire.
It really
It's so cold, it's hot.
Where are you putting that sword?
Oh, I flung it up and it landed
Ah,
on him.
where on?
Right in the shoulder.
Okay.
Take it out.
He's dead from that?
Yeah,
You hit his vital shoulder organ? It's alright. I'll take my sword. I'll be like, we don't have this much time, and I'll just decapitate him. I'll take my iron manacles off. I'll take the head, and I'll hand it to Yago, and I'll be like, go ahead, let's finish the other interrogation.
I carry
Wait,
that.
okay, guys. I shake the fingers up. I go, listen.
I never knew death could be so funny.
This is unbelievable.
As long as you tickle him first.
So, if we let this guy go, he's going to go straight to
Ooh.
Kedhira.
Well,
And-
he'll go to Macklemore. Because Kedhira is up,
Yes.
Macklemore is down.
And we could say we're off to a certain place and maybe set up some kind of ambush, or we could follow this guy.
See, I was thinking the following thing.
Okay.
We stand a certain amount behind him, and he trails him. That's not a bad idea. Because we know... Well, and I want... While she's... So you're watching your
Yeah.
guy. You're still in the other room. You're watching...
Yeah.
Who is bound? No? Because
No,
he
he's
walked
not
into-
bound, but his foot is, mush, because I threw a rock at it.
And also knocked out.
And he's knocked
Oh, yeah,
out.
he's not-
Okay, as long as he
He's
can't get
passed out.
away. All right. So then we converse. I share the information that our Duergar gave us, and I also share the fact that this Duergar said that he would likely not be able to, turn his life around, and it's likely his partner would be the same. And so from that, I think we can derive that, right, like you said, he'd probably go back. And so, how do you guys feel about that plan of being led right to where we need to be? Or do you guys want to leave him here bound and we confront Kedhira above? Because those are our two options. What does everybody want to do?
I'm game
For which?
for following wherever the Druid.
I pick up the fingers that were flung, and I find a piece of cord. I tear it off, cloth, making a cord from the dead body, and I string up the fingers and make a little necklace. And I put it over the other guy that's knocked out. I take the severed head We don't need it, do we? I take its hair and I use the hair and I tie it to the manacles that are now cuffed to his back, so he knows there's something, a heavy weight dangling behind
I think
it.
someone's been through like shell shock from too much battle.
And then release him.
I think we need to release him with all of his faculties, though. I
Yeah.
think we need to make him believe. We can even tell him we're going to go upstairs to speak to Kedhira. We don't want him to believe that there's any world in which he's being followed, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And if we tie him up and we tell
Yeah,
him,
no,
like,
no, no.
I say
We don't time up.
I say
No.
we have pity on you, and we're gonna go speak to Kedhira.
Yeah. We're going to confront
we
Kedhira.
could even just lie and say this was as much as we were paid to do, and we're not really involved in anything further at all. You know, we don't want him to, because he will get there before us, and we don't want him to.
I take that finger necklace off and I put it around my own neck.
You can show your friend upstairs later, the
Yes.
half elf or the other drow. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. We lie and we just tell them that this was as much as we were paid to do. This was a job. We're done with this now. Go back to your partner lied. You were much more truthful. So as we said to you, you are the one who gets to live. And we just tell and we just pretend to leave. And you track him as best you can with your high stealth. And we follow maybe 25 feet behind you. Or however, whatever distance. You know? Does that sound like a decent plan?
I like it.
I like it too. What do you think, What do you think, Darrack?
No?
That's a yes from Darrack. Alright.
I was distracted by the cat.
So that's what we will when their Duergar comes to.
As you guys walk back,
We're gonna
he is
go.
starting to wake up.
Who's got the highest bluff?
It was about the two options, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't care what we
I think that's our best. Do you have higher bluff than 11?
I do kind of want
No.
to kill the guy though.
I don't think so.
No, we're gonna
No.
follow him. We're gonna see
So
where he
you
goes.
can be the one to
We're gonna see
tell
where he
him all
goes.
that.
Can I have some cashews?
Okay, dude, so it's been fun, and we made our coin. We're going to leave you here because at least you were honest with us. Your friend there wasn't so much, so he didn't do too good.
You can show him the card now. Then you could show him the necklace.
What'd you do to him?
And I
Oh, he's gone.
Yago puts the
puts
necklace.
his necklace on and goes, these will look much better when they dry out.
Oh God.
And I go, what are we gonna do with this? Did you want it?
Mark Lemore is gonna cut all your throats.
None of our business.
Yes, we're going back home.
We're leaving.
We finished.
So
what
she
we-
needs to roll a bluff.
Nope.
He just implicitly believes everything we say.
Or doesn't care.
Okay.
Alright.
What are you doing with him?
We're gonna let him go.
With his stuff.
You mean with all his gear? Oh, that's a good point. I guess we can loot his friend and take his weapon away.
Yeah, let's take the weapon.
Just the weapon?
Absolutely.
And any gold.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Do they have anything?
Yeah.
He's just wearing chainmail and has a warhammer.
So 2 chainmail, 2 warhammer? Well, one chainmail,
Yeah,
2
you don't.
warhammer?
Well, you don't get the armor.
Oh, so just 2 warhammer then.
So you take off the manacles. You kind of have like a pause on him. You get the sense that he's ready to like punch one of you guys. His fist clutches, and then
He can't run very fast, though.
a run hopper.
Well, it's kind of important that he not be able to run that fast. Because
Well, he can't.
we are going to try to follow him.
If him running, you guys will easily keep up with him. Even if it was a full run.
Yeah, but we're trying to do it in such a way that he doesn't notice us.
If he was running, his perception will be less.
Okay. Well, Yago is going to trail him at a safe distance as best he can in a stealthy fashion.
Yep.
And we're going to follow Yago at a distance where we can just barely see Yago.
And
He's going straight to the 7-pillared hall.
7-pillared hall? Mm-hmm. And would we be able to tell the difference between going deeper into the labyrinth versus going back?
Not deeper, but direction-wise, he's going towards the 7-pillared hall. No more than 10 minutes. He is at that door that you guys have gone in and out.
So you see this.
And I take my throwing blade.
And
Do what?
You're still in stealth mode. You're trying to figure out where this guy's going. Not
Well, that's
killing.
why I asked
right.
Pete.
Yeah.
Because Yago, we would know that he's going back, like where we were headed,
Yeah.
versus
He's
what
at
we
that door
wanted. Yeah, what we wanted.
He's going through the door, through the hallway that leads to the 7-pillared hall.
So I think what he's doing makes a lot of sense.
So what are you gonna do?
Well,
He's in that hallway. He's actually not in the...
I can't kill him if he's already in there.
He said he's at the entrance.
So
you can.
I can. So I can take my Can I catch up to him and just like take my sword and cut him down? Before
I wouldn't say you'll be able to catch him. It's not that he's so far... He's just far enough.
I don't understand. What are we doing? I thought
So
we were
the-
trying to follow him.
So we are,
Yeah.
but
But
he
he's-
because he's the only one who sees any of this. He recognizes that
he's just going right
He's
back.
just going back up. He's not going down because he knows he would recognize we've been down and back and forth for like 2 times. So the plan was the intention was for him to go to Macklemore,
But he's not.
but he's
doing
not. He recognizes that he's in fact going up, where Macklemore definitely isn't, and he's clearly going to Kedhira. So him cutting him down before he reaches the 7-pillared hall, I think that's what he's thinking. And,
That's what I'm thinking.
And that makes sense to me
Okay.
as well.
Well, then
And
Have it.
have at it.
I cut him down before he can get into the level.
You're-
the pillar hole.
Wait,
Some feet away, so...
he's not defenseless anymore.
The Shuriken is 6 to 12 squares. Probably not going to reach at this point. You would know this by distance. Plus, you guys are both in movement. You're out of encounter and you're both in movement. You're probably not going to get him with a Shuriken. That's me. Oh, if I was doing a horror story, that would be great. But now he's in the hall. He's officially in the 7-pillared hall. You are in that hallway. You're ahead of the group, but the group can still see you. And he is heading right towards the Grimmerzhul trading post.
Would we? Well, at this point, so where's the Duergar? Where is he emerging?
The Duergar is within a few feet of the entrance to the Grimmerzhul trading post. He
That will
is.
happen very fast. As soon as we see the fact that he sees it first that the guy's
Yeah.
going up, but at a certain point we're following him. We would also recognize that.
Yeah, you're not far behind.
So, is there any way to, I don't know what the Duergar's speed is, but if we notice this and we use as much movement as we can to try to catch up to him,
Right.
realizing where he's going, is it possible to reach him before he reaches the post?
Now, if you were to do this, the second he will be in the open, the Duergar trading post is like the very first building by this entrance, and there's
Oh.
windows.
Okay. Well, I don't care about the windows too much.
You would definitely be seen. Plus, you're attacking in the 7-pillared hall.
It's more like restraining, right?
You can justify that after they knock you out and we get questioned.
I mean, I could just trip him, just an accident. Well, what attacks? Do we have any attacks that just incapacitate? You already, damn, you're probably too far away. We wouldn't get in range to fear either.
I think the fastest character you have is her.
Kitty cat. Maybe. But do you have any spell that kind of incapacitates in any way?
I don't have any spells. Do. Am I a spell person?
Can we wipe his memory?
I don't, what? No, I don't have that. Wipe his memory.
Well, we need to stop him.
She's very, very tricky. Like you'd be like, oh, I love this, and bite.
What are we trying to do? We're trying to stop him?
In any way, shape, or form.
Still listening. I can hear you.
One of those things where you can grab them and pull them back. Things.
Call the herd?
Oh yeah, you do have one. You've got
Right?
Yep, you pull him back
Yeah,
3 squares. How does that present? Your glare. So that might, if he says you're in range, maybe you could try that, because I don't know if that would be perceived by the general public as an attack. You just kind of, right? Like throwing a knife is very blatant, but this is a little more subtle.
Right.
So maybe we could try that if you're able to get in range. You can pull him back, and then we can do something.
Watch this. Watch what she's gonna do. Gotcha.
Or I can summon the pack wolf.
If we think that, well, it's not going to knock him prone so it doesn't incapacitate or give us an advantage the way this one does.
Gotcha. Alright, so I run.
Well, everyone's been running,
And I'm
but at the whole time you've been trying to keep distance
Right.
for him not to notice.
right.
That's why
So now I'm
at the point where he's not really that close enough for you guys to actually grab him. You could attack him, but you know if you do an attack from where he is right now, the fear of being noticed that you're attacking.
So
well, if I do call the herd on him.
the attack is very subtle. It says
glare.
that her feral glare rends the foe's mind with a sense of doom and drags them to her claws.
Okay.
I think the idea is that the attack is so subtle, it's not the same as throwing a knife at somebody. Everyone knows what you're doing. Then maybe that might work
Okay.
and be undetected.
Does it do damage?
It does damage.
Yeah.
How much?
2d8 plus wisdom modifier. Psychic damage.
21 damage. Full max, right?
Yes.
All right.
16 plus 1.
Just received 21 damage.
And she pulls him 3 squares back.
Okay.
Does that help anybody catch up to him at that
Well, you were in the lead. I would say you would be second. You're probably next. You're wearing heavy armor, hard for you to run. Dwarf doesn't move far. I would say you're within like 40, 50 feet of him. So as he's going, he just gets dragged back a little bit, brings you guys in a little closer. He takes the damage. Can't really run as much anymore because he's got to shake off the cobwebs a little bit. He gets to the door. He goes in. But you know he's hurting.
we follow immediately.
All right. You going in that building?
Yeah. Right? Yes?
I guess so. Dun dun dun.
I know there's grass and stuff on it.
Does
Does
anybody want to do anything else?
You went into the door, right? So, what else can we do?
This door is
Up
not
to
there.
everybody.
I guess we can leave it like that.
Well, we've lost all element of surprise, and he's not going to Macklemore, so it's not like we're going to get that guy, which is really the guy to get. And Kedhira sounds like a mini boss that, you know, is going to be problematic fighting because you're not supposed to fight or kill anybody while you're in the pillared hall.
Could call it self-defense, right? And she can't attack us either by that logic, so...
So maybe we have a nice discussion.
That would be the logical assumption. We can do something else. What do you want to do?
Well, Kedhira isn't in here, right? We're assuming?
No,
Because
we're assuming she's definitely in there.
oh.
Like, she's probably like 100% in there.
Oh.
And her minions.
I was getting confused.
And this
with
is
her.
her territory,
Right, right.
so
Yeah, it
it's like
sounds like.
But it is
all
at the end of the day,
bad
it's just a
news.
shop, right? Like, we're talking like her territory. Like, unless she's got like a shit ton of traps, like it's not like she has like some sort of severe advantage aside from maybe like knowing the terrain a little
well,
bit.
it just seems like we're headed for a fight with her.
Well,
so-
yeah, I mean, we know that, but our characters don't know that. I'm saying. So if there's something, an alternative we want to do,
It's alright.
then I'm all ears. You know.
So yeah, once again, those entrances don't exist. That's the real entrance.
All right. Well, you, Yago, and Lyrindel were in the front, so it's up to you what you want to do. I think.
Well, I'm not going to go in there unless everybody's going in there.
I mean, we're all behind you.
I don't know whether we all agree that we're going to go in there.
Well, we're going to go in there. I just don't see the upside of a fight because
Yeah.
we're screwed either way.
Right. Right. Well, I'm going to.
I don't know why we're going to go in there.
Maybe we'd like to sell something.
Like, what's our motivation or what's our
Yeah.
pretense?
What's our motivation to go
we
in there?
we already know she's a commander in the trading post, and we know that the trading post is Mecklemore's
Yeah.
trading post. It's Grimmerzhul's trading post, right? So
Yeah.
clearly, this is kind of like a hub for illegal activity that is within the Seven Pillared Hall,
Yeah.
and she is a key figurehead in the whole slave trade.
So all you guys right now are in the Seven Pillared Hall officially, kind of just like slowly making your way there, trying to figure this out. But the one thing you do take notice about this building is the only building in the entire Seven Pillared Hall that seems to be built into the rock, not out of the side of the rock.
What?
Like
I mean,
down
you're saying
into
you're
the
saying
rock?
it is coming out of the side of the rock.
But the building seems to be in
Like it's
the wall.
So technically, it's not part of the Seven Pillar.
It seems to be a suggestion.
Okay, you're saying it's like it's not like here's
Like-
the shop. It's like here's the wall and here's the shop.
So we'll just say, just for number purposes, there was 20 buildings.
Yeah.
There's more. We're just saying 20.
Uh-huh.
19 of them are either right in the middle of it or built next to a wall.
Right.
This is
Yes.
Oh.
It's built.
Well, this one's technically not.
maybe like 5 feet of it is not.
The entranceway is the only thing that's inside the hall, and the rest is outside the hall.
Okay.
So anything goes,
Okay.
as long as it's on the inside. Is the whole interior?
I just
outside
never
the
noticed
wall?
this before.
So this just opens up the idea that we can just go in there, stabby, stabby.
You're in the lead.
Oh, I see. We just go in.
Yeah, 'cause you fall off the ground.
Yeah. And I'm just like,
So
I'm
do
still
you
running
wanna-
after him.
Should we go? Should we? I mean, I don't know. This seems very iffy.
Yeah.
I think if we don't go in it, like maybe you don't have the element of surprise, but if we don't go now, they have time to prepare.
Yeah, and then they'll come after us.
It's been like 10 seconds.
I guess slow down a little so we catch up to you, and then we all go in.
Yeah, you're within seconds of them.
Okay, so we're going in.
All
Going in?
So I'll the door's open or
You can open it easily. It's not locked.
So I will open the door.
Bottom picture is what you see.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
2 Duergar standing by the table.
There you go.
I got a necklace to sell.
Oh, you still have that thing on you?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
Oh boy.
It's not good.
That's not good. Nobody told him.
You used your wolf last combat, and he used his blessed last combat. And I think, did you use your radiant dazzling ray last combat? Or no? I don't remember. I think we had talked about it, but then he ended up killing the guy, and it
Yeah.
kind of didn't matter. So we have our dailies, but you guys do not. Sorry. We needed it.
Didn't I use my daily?
I don't think so.
I used my handspring assault
You did?
in that battle,
Oh, okay.
I believe, right?
All right. Maybe.
And that's why that guy died.
Okay. Then only 2 of us
Sure.
have it, I guess.
I mean, I went in and did a whole used Defender's Cohort and Adaptive Flanker.
You have all those. You have your encounter powers back. You just don't have your daily.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you've got everything else.
Oh, good. So I believe I did use this.
Okay.
Is that guy supposed to be down? Is he sleeping?
He's down. Alright, so you go in, you see 2 Duergar standing there, all like shocked on their face, and look as they're kind of like looking at something behind them. As you make your way in, they're kind of like looking at you guys, and you can see now that they're looking at your little captive guy laying on the ground, screaming, "It's them! It's them!" He's all out of breath.
It wasn't me.
Are you guys coming in?
Yeah, I'm in there, and it's like he lost the card game, and he's trying to get out of it now.
Come on, pay up.
Pay up.
They grab their weapons and they look like they're about to climb over that desk and attack. Travex.
Do I get to move? Is that what you're saying?
Initiative.
Oh, initiative. Okay. 6.
Yago.
10.
Neri.
3.
Oh dear. Lyrindel.
18.
That's great.
She's like
Darrack.
+5 or something.
Oh, better than that.
4 plus.
Oh, I didn't do my plus.
You know,
I got it. I have pluses all the time. Lyrindel.
So they're looking like they're about to attack us? Is
Oh
that
yeah.
what we're thinking?
Oh yeah. This is more like, all right. We're not talking. We're just. Everyone understood what's going on right away.
Alright, well, then I am going to do.
And all 3 of them obviously are Duergar. Oh my god, Duergar guards. Ah, that's fun to say.
I'm gonna do a wind wall. One, 2. Wind wall.
Bum 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 bum.
Alright.
Where do you want them?
That's the question. Is there 5 across here? Is that what we're 1, 2, 3,
Yes.
4, 5?
Thank you. You like the game?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Did you want to hit the other one? The
I
other
don't know
guy?
if I can.
Yeah,
Do you think I
so.
can?
Yeah, I think so. I think that. Yeah.
Like if I
mean,
start here,
can't-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or there's 2 there. 6. And then 7.
You have 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can get them right.
Yeah, I think so. Right? This here. This there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where do I put the tail? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I suppose.
Yeah, that's where you started it, right there.
Yeah. All right. So we'll do 1 first. 20.
What defense?
Fortitude. Wisdom versus fortitude.
Obviously, that first one's a hit.
2. 8.
Total 8? What's
No,
the...
8 plus. What am I doing?
I think you get a plus 8, right?
Yes, 8.
16 is a miss.
Well, 7.
17?
Quarterstaff?
Yeah, but you're attacking with your harvest totem.
Oh, right. Okay. 7.
Which is 17?
8, 15. 8 plus 7.
Yep, miss.
Shoot. And last guy, 7.
Miss.
Is he the same armor class, same defense? Because because on the
Yeah, his
on
same
the
defense.
floor.
Actually, he's prone, so you get a plus 2. Which is, what, 17 now?
16.
It's a +2.
Yeah.
Who gets a plus 2?
You do.
Oh, so
Yeah.
16.
But still a miss, though. But you did max damage on number 1.
And you can slide him as well.
Oh, that's right.
What's the max damage?
2d6 plus wisdom modifier.
So 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 plus your crit damage.
Crit damage.
From your totem, if you have an effect on your autumn totem.
Where's the card? You have a card for your totem?
I do, it's written.
Alright, where it says crit?
1d6, 1d10?
Yeah. Why does it say 1d10? Does it say why it's 1d10? Alright, I gotta get
I
the
didn't
book
write
because
it.
that might mean something. No, it's,
Oh.
it has to be a reason why. I gotta find it.
If it's bloodied,
If it's bloody?
it's 1d10.
Alright. He is not bloodied. So it's just a regular one.
1d6, okay, so 1d6.
And the totem does extra bonus against bloody targets regardless, on top of that. I don't know if you wrote that down, but you're
No.
always getting bonus. You're getting attacks made through this totem deal extra damage against bloodied creatures equal to 1, plus 1/2 the enhancement bonus. So I don't know if half of 1 rounds up.
It's still gonna be a 1. Everything rounds down.
So either way, you'd always be doing 1 extra damage to bloody targets.
Alright, so it's 1d6?
Yeah.
You get to roll 1d6.
2.
Did 19 damage.
And then you
And you
can,
can slide him.
yeah.
And I can slide him. How much?
Let's go.
Boop.
That's it.
All right.
Done?
Yep.
Alright, from around the corner, this guy comes in, makes it to about there.
As a minor action, he will rip out a beard quill and chuck it at
Do you
Lyrindel.
have a Discord app on your phone?
Yeah.
This is against your armor class, Lyrindel. 14.
18.
Number 1,
Are you is Sam's account? That's you.
Yeah.
one is gonna go right here.
Thank you.
He is gonna
Rip out a quill and go after which I believe is Neri.
No,
that-
I'm behind.
She's behind.
Alright,
I mean,
Yago.
it can, but then yeah, he's in front of her.
No, that's the wrong dice. And that's a horrible roll of 13 on armor class.
19. And
Yago.
I flick out that necklace and show him fingers.
Well, that'll be your free action because that's your turn now.
That's my free
Frankie,
action.
where you going?
Okay. Okay. Listen. My movement can be a shift if it's just one, right?
Just one.
Yeah. But I'm gonna do one anyhow, so I shift forward one right in front of him. And I charge up my blade. And I serve this creature a sly flourish. A 10 plus 10.
20 on armor class?
20.
20 on armor class misses.
Well, I don't have any other pluses, did I? Oh.
You have a dark fire you can apply if you don't have combat advantage to give yourself combat advantage.
That's
Other than that,
advantage
engineer.
target one until that's a minor action. Attack, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. You gain a +4 bonus to the attack roll. And I've used up all of my bonus card thingies.
Well, if you already attacked, I wouldn't use dark fire anymore.
Yeah.
You can use it for the next one,
Yeah.
depending on where we all go.
Yeah. I could do it. But if I use dark fire, if I use the cloud of darkness, I won't be able to use the dark fire.
Right.
And he just went, so maybe someone else can still attack.
Well, they all have ranged attacks. They all have that
Yeah.
beard quill.
It's an encounter power though.
Yeah.
Done?
So I guess I'm done. I did my movement, I did my attack, and I did a freebie, and I don't think I'm doing a minor because I want to save the dark fire.
Alright, from around the corner is this character. She looks like this with the red hair. She yells out, "What is all this noise? What? Hey!" Ah! She screams.
She has a warhammer, and out from this warhammer comes this bolt of fire that is going to land right on top of Travex. In an area burst 2. Travex on your reflex.
19.
28.
Yeah, no, I don't have 8.
Lyrindel.
Yes.
16.
On
Reflex.
16.
Darrack. Yeah, that's a hit. Darrack, I'm going to give you a -2 because you're technically outside. 14 on reflex, Darrack.
13.
Hit. Neri. 14. No, sorry, 16.
I have 16 on reflex.
Yago. 16.
My was it 19.
You're the only one not hit so far. And to number 1, because this technically attacks him, and I roll a 19 on reflex, which technically hits. This is fire damage, so it might not cause damage to him. Alright, so this is all going to be fire damage. Once again, the 4 of you hit, not Yago. You are all taking 10 fire damage.
You can make him reroll though.
I can make you reroll, but also I have a thing against fire damage because I have.
As do I. And we all have that temporary 5 hit points, if you guys
Take
remember.
5. Yeah. So you took 5 damage, but because we have 5.
So the
there,
finger
you're only
necklace
taking
is
5
lucky.
damage.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm
I guess so.
And that's a recharge attack. And everyone that was hit is knocked prone.
Oh man.
Wow.
Well, you. Bruce?
So
Everybody
obviously
but
she is
Yago,
a
right?
Duergar. She
It's
is
technically 8.
a Duergar Thurge.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah. Oh, so I could now move.
Immune to illusion, resist 10 fire, resist 10 poison. That attack was called Brimstone Hail. Which I'm not supposed to say these things because technically she is a mini boss.
I already forgot everything you said.
I don't understand.
Darrack.
Alright.
Alright, so you need to stand.
So is that your action?
That's his move action.
Alright. Now.
Oh, you might be missing some. Huh?
Yeah, I've got it in here.
Alright.
We'll just put those to the side and space over here.
Alright. Alright. So can I move inside?
You could, but that would take your standard.
What else can I do?
How many spaces are you from number 1? You can still reach. But you'll have a -2 to your attack because he's prone. But you can still make an attack, or you can move in a little bit more. But you just saw a huge flame burst just knock everybody down, including yourself. You're not sure where that. You know it came from a certain direction, but you're not sure from who.
Yeah.
But you know it was devastating.
So I'm probably just gonna do one of my standard. Right. But I don't know which one. Should I do the one that gives a power bonus to the whoever attacks the target.
You do know that these guys are hard to hit, armor class wise.
Oh.
So everybody needs help.
Right, so should I do this one? That gives somebody temporary hit points.
What constitutes a short rest? Would he have his fear back or no?
He has it back.
Okay, so then she has. Well, but she wouldn't have her thing she crit.
I found
Dun dun dun.
So I would have my knack that I used on him for his stealth roll back.
I'm gonna say no
She wouldn't
for
have
you
her.
because the damage you did, I have considered in this battle,
Okay, so I'm gonna give myself this back then.
which means I am gonna give you a hit for it. Can't double jeopardy. Can't do it since you already have the damage considered in.
Did you use your temporary points?
Alright. So that a number 1?
Please.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You took those first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
10 off of.
Well, I don't know who has fire. I know she has fire resist, and I think he does too. That's what I was just asking.
Oh. You have fire resist?
No, I thought he did. I don't know.
Sam, do you have fire resist?
I have no idea. Or did I know that?
Where's your character sheet? It
Does
will be. You have 5 poison.
Oh, okay.
So no. So do what you need to do, Sam.
I guess I'll just do Secret Flame. 19.
Nice.
If that's with or without the minus, it's still a hit.
Okay.
Nice. Good job.
Number 1. Damage.
One d6. 3 plus
5. Okie dokie. No one needs to be healed or anything. So you're.
Well, I give somebody the temporary hit points.
Was that the one you did, or did you do the
I did the temporary hit points
Oh,
one.
okay.
So who are you giving?
Does anybody like? No, what I can see everybody. Right?
I'm at max health. She's down 5.
Was it 5 or 10?
It was 10 total.
10. But I had the beer.
I thought you said you had fire resist or something to fire.
So I have the fire burst armor,
Uh huh.
which automatically succeeds on saving throws against ongoing fire damage.
Which you're not taking ongoing fire.
Oh, okay,
So-
okay.
Yeah, that doesn't count for this
That
situation.
doesn't count.
She's down 5.
But I had my
Yago,
beer, yeah.
Yago's at full. She's down 5, and you are. You did you take damage?
Yeah.
I don't. I can't. I don't
I'm
know
just
anyway, so-
under full, but I have the +5.
Well, the +5 comes off first.
Yeah. And
So
I
you-
have 37. My full will be 39. But, you know.
I'll just.
I'm-
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Guess I'll just give it to you.
Okay. So what do I
Does
get?
anybody want coffee?
No thanks.
Good. Thanks. I get plus.
Thank you, though.
Whatever this is. It's like weird.
Equal to your charisma modifier
Okay.
plus half your level. What's your charisma modifier?
What do I see? Is it just regular?
This is +2, so it's charisma modifier plus 1/2 your level.
So we're at
So level 4.
yeah, well 4. So at
2 plus 2.
4.
If you need water, you can use the.
Fridge?
Yes, we got it.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My temporary hit point.
Oh,
So you're done?
yeah.
Okay. I'll stand up and I don't have the card, but I remember last time you had said I did have an action point, and I jokingly said we're not going to need it because we were going to go to bed, but we're not. So I can hand you back the imaginary card that I would have had, and I'll move over.
So you're using it as a second movement.
Yeah, I'll move right there. And I'll use my minor action. She's got the stuff over there to mark the. I guess I'll mark the guy in front of me. Can I see what weapons she might have on her? Is that something I can perceive
Just a
naturally?
warhammer.
Or is it just a, well, how did she do the fire?
Came from the warhammer.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
Pretty cool, huh?
that's pretty cool.
So where are you marking?
That's a good question. I
She
think
is
the
a
guy
mini
next-
boss.
I think the guy next to me. I could try to suck her in, but I don't know if one that goes past the stairwell, and if two, I care
Excuse
enough
me.
to do so, since I would maybe miss, because it's on Will, and Will is maybe her okay stat for her. You know what? Let's try it. If I were to be standing here, can I use an ability targeting her without a penalty with the bottom of the stairwell in the way?
It'll still be a -2 because that's a wall there.
Oh, that's a wall.
Yeah.
And if I was standing here?
Still, because if one corner of the square you're on is blocked by any of the corners that the target's on, it's -2.
I see.
And even through him, if you're to the right.
Each guy only gets one reaction per round, correct? Or not?
Opportunity attacks per person around. So if everyone would walk by him or do something, he can do it to every person. It's immediate reaction. An immediate interrupt is once around.
If I were standing here, could I target her without any problem?
You're good.
Okay, so I will mark her.
Minor.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I will cast Call to Arms and take an opportunity attack from number 3.
So he's gonna swing at your armor class for just an 18.
Okay, cool. So I will. Where are we here? I'm gonna. I already marked her. That's my minor. Shit. Alright, it's fine. Nice. 19 plus 2 plus 11. Well, this would be implement. So 19 plus 2 plus 8. So 29.
What happens? I know this is not damage.
She gets pulled to right here.
Alright. I'm gonna say fine, but that really wouldn't have happened that way, but I'll say it's okay this time.
Why not?
Because it has to work in a north-south direction first.
And then, like, it's always gonna make its way diagonally.
Oh, so you're saying she would have.
It would have probably either been, like, here, and it made it here to go there, and couldn't,
Okay, well,
but that's fine.
I'm okay with saying I would have been here and done it if that's what you're saying. And if that's what you're saying,
Yeah.
then I have no problem being here instead of here.
Okay,
Is that
Fine.
okay?
Yeah.
That's good.
Because there only been one opportunity attack anyway.
Okay. So that's the pull component, and then the second component is the attack. Sorry, and that's on will. And that actually, it wasn't the secondary attack that gets the +2. So the pull would have been a 19 plus 8.
Oh, okay,
Because that's
by a lot.
okay.
You
So
pulled
the
it by a lot.
actual attack component is 15 plus 2 plus 11,
Yeah, it's good too.
which is 2 weapon. So 2d8. 2, 1, lovely. 3 plus 5. Right? 1d8, so yeah, so 3 plus 5. That's it. Okay. That's. Alright.
You slide and she comes like bouncing right into you, like boom, and then you do your damage.
If we go. And that's my turn.
All right, so number 2 is starting his turn in the wind. Does anything happen? at the start of the turn in the wind. Okay. I should be remembering things because I don't remember anymore.
It's just heavily obstructed.
Yeah. Okay. Anything happens when he moves or
No,
just
nothing.
okay. 1, 2 on top of the table. 3. No, 4. To a prone Lyrindel. He's staying there. He is gonna Bearded Quill Yago. They're too smart. Actually, they're not that smart.
I mean, there's no wrong action for this character, right? There's a vulnerable target on the ground, an ally getting attacked over here, and or his boss on the other side.
They wouldn't throw a range attack to someone that's prone because they would know it would be harder to hit. So that's why he's going to throw it to Yago, but they're not actually incredibly smart, but they're not dumb. Right. Yago. Quill gets thrown at you. 24 on your armor class.
19.
You are going to take 5 normal damage. And you feel this thing in your shoulder.
Was it poison?
And you could feel poison start going in your body.
He has
I have poison protection of I think it's +5.
Alright, at the start of your turn, you'll be taking ongoing 2 poison damage. And you have a -2 penalty to attack rolls. The save ends both. Neri.
Doesn't your necklace avoid all poison?
It's Amulet of Health.
Is that a new one?
No, that's the one I've always had.
Let's stick
He's
with it.
had this necklace forever.
And it's never come in handy until right now.
We've never been attacked with poison.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And it says +1 Amulet of Health. And
Neri.
You gain poison resistance equal to
20.
twice the enhancement bonus. So you have a
Okay.
+2.
So that's
poison
my saving
resistance.
throw, right?
What are you saving from?
+2 poison resistance.
20?
No, but what are you saving from?
So
Well,
you
I'm
don't
prone.
take any. He was
No, you just
He
stand.
was saying you take
Oh.
+2 ongoing
just stand.
poison damage.
That's a move
And
action.
you have +2 poison, so you take none.
so, okay.
Because he has +2 poison resistance. Does that mean he just doesn't take the poison damage, or does that mean he negates also the effect of like the attack penalty as a byproduct of
And it's just avoids the poison.
quasi-negating? Okay. All right.
I'm gonna accept that roll for an attack though.
Okay.
Since you did technically roll, thinking you were doing something.
Okay, so, I'd like to attack the boss.
Uh-huh. Well, it would be a -2, but it's fine. You still rolled a 20. You can see her.
Okay.
I would say you have to do an at will because you rolled and can't take advantage of saying it's an encounter power now. So do Chaos Bolt, target her first, and you have number 3 and number 2 within 5 range.
Okay.
So, what's your plus to hit? On this page, what's your plus to hit? I always forget what it is.
It's to the end of the counter, right? So
7?
You
Yeah.
Alright, so obviously that's a 27, it's odd. So if you want to hit number 3,
once I
you have to use your
somebody
focus
is going to-
chaos.
Like, should I use this
to make it
after or
even.
before?
Oh, this
Because
is an
I'm saying-
item.
Yeah, it's a consumable, right? So,
You could.
like,
You
do I
don't
do it
have.
after
You
or
don't
do
have
it
any
before?
other
Chaos.
minor actions, right? Or
Okay,
you do
20.
your skin.
I can attack and slide the target 1 and not get prone
It's minor. This isn't. You can cross that out.
Oh, okay.
after applying
That's
the
all
other
they
effects.
They changed it. That's
Okay.
all.
Well, you have to finish your attack first.
Yeah, and I got the. Oops.
Thunder.
So sorry.
This over here.
A +1 on
So, yeah, you
hit
would
and a
use
+1
that.
on
So you're
damage.
saving-
So you got a 28. You don't have to use it.
Right.
So you can do one of two
Okay.
things.
So
You save
attack number
it
3. Chaos
in
Bolt.
case you get poisoned, or you use it before, like, before you ever get poisoned,
Thank you.
with the understanding that the advantage
1d10.
there is that it's like
No, the
saving
D20, you're still
one
attacking.
action
Oh.
across the encounter.
Right, right.
But if
19.
your only other minor action is
Obviously, it's a hit.
Or
Now you choose whether you
Right.
want to use
I'm not sure if the value
Focus
is
Chaos to hit the
high,
third target. Guess you used it.
but that
Number
I
2.
mean, yeah, that would be when you would use
18.
it. I think he
Jesus
said that the
Lord.
quill is a counter power.
You just rolled a 20, 19, 18. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Use a quill is
There
the
must
values
be
on the ground.
something.
Gotcha.
And I think
you
so,
said-
in this encounter round.
Right, right.
1d10
And he wouldn't hit you, he wouldn't target you either.
plus
Right.
So my guess is you
9
Okay. And then
probably
use
wouldn't
it after,
for Kedhira.
like,
if you get hit.
Right,
yeah.
right. Okay. That makes sense. That's what I was
That's a 6.
15.
15.
And 1d6 plus 5 for the other two. It's just one roll for the other two. She just did 15 damage to Kedhira.
Nice.
And she's doing 1d6 plus 5 damage to number 2 and 3.
That's what we like to see.
2.
7 damage to 2 and 3. Number 3 is bloodied.
It's nice sitting so far away from the team.
What's this?
I don't have to do any other jobs
I think you could use a day off. You play 2 games a week sometimes.
sometimes.
Oh, did she tell you anything about?
Not what happened, but she said the kids had a really nice
Oh, the
time.
kids
Rich was very good with them. So
Rich was letting the younger one
Roll the dice.
He was being very nice.
I was so sad I couldn't make it. I had a really hard decision to make, and I had to choose a prior engagement.
Life comes way before this game.
Yeah, but it's the game, yes, but that's spending time with the 3 of them. You know what I mean? That's,
I know.
That's more so what I meant.
All right, number 3, starting its turn, will take a swing at you. Oh, slide. You can slide the target if you choose.
That's right.
I'm gonna give you like about a minute to decide this with the group because obviously, if you slide, you could slide this character into a range part.
Who are you targeting? I mean, look, the whole reason I did this whole elaborate nonsense to get her there was because I saw that she used a really crazy powerful ranged attack. At the very least, so because she's melee to me, if she does something like that again, I can attack her. And because she's in melee with me, my mark does not dissipate, so she'll have a penalty to all of her attacks against you guys if she does that again. If you slide her, just make sure you're sliding her next to me. If you want to slide her directly into the corner, I think that's fine. The only advantage that I would see to leaving her is it leaves me open to slide one to the left, like one over, which would put me as a more likely target for this guy. So it's kind of up to you if you feel like it's safer for the group to stick her in the corner. But to be fair, I think with the mark and being next to me,
As long as the mark's there.
yeah, as long as she's next to me in melee, that's what I care about most. But it's up to you if you feel like you want to stick her in that corner, like that's the best place for her. Stick her in the corner. I think both are fine.
I'll leave her.
Yeah.
All right, so number 3 is gonna take a swing at you, Travex.
Okay.
Again, I rolled the d12. 23.
I have 23 armor.
Oh, so everyone hears a warhammer slamming into plate mail right now.
Does that hit or does that miss?
Yes,
That
that's the
hits?
number. Yes.
Okay.
What am I doing today with these rolls? I just rolled the d20 again.
Yeah, that's too much damage, Pete. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
that would have been a lot.
And we hear.
Instead, you're just taking 5 damage. There's a bing. Going to shift.
So before he shifts, right? It's when he makes the declaration that it's like Where,
It's an interrupt, right?
well, I'm talking the opportunity attack.
Yeah. The opportunity attack happens in the space that he was in.
Right. Okay. So that's what I'm asking. So that's a 17 plus 11.
Yes.
But now that I will never ever ever forget the damn feat again, he is actually immobilized where he was.
Yes. So that means he could never done it. He was like about to go, and you're like, no.
Well, yeah, he gets hit and then he's
So
immobilized.
it's kind of like you just like hit him in like in the kneecap or something.
Yeah, down by holy light, whatever is going on.
Bonk.
So that's not 1d8. Yeah, 1d8. 1. So 6 damage. Yeah.
All right.
Yago was very impressed
I did
with
a
all those moves
still have
until that
mine.
one roll.
I mean, look, he still gets stuck where he was.
Still, yeah, very
So
impressed
as
from
a
the-
minor action, and you did your opportunity attack already,
Yeah.
he will take the quill out and throw it at Neri. I'll still say -2 because even though you're prone, Lyrindel. So you're still in the way. That's a miss. Round 2. Where is? I just made a boo boo. How much damage did you just do?
Me?
Yeah, I made.
6.
You know what? I gotta fix this. I'm not gonna fix this health wise. I've been confusing that one and this one. So I'm putting. I'm dumb. Switching this to this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say he did not go this turn. Can someone please put that under number, which is number 4 now? So. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to do it no more.
Here.
I'm gonna still say he's bloodied on the number because he wouldn't have been at that health. So I am gonna help you guys out a little
You
bit here
just
with health.
lift it up.
All right.
So number 4 is bloody.
How do you do that?
Is
Yeah.
that what we're saying?
Number 4 is bloody.
That's what I did.
That's my mistake. I just realized what I was doing. All right. Round 2, Lyrindel.
I will get up.
Just get up.
Just lift up.
Hey guys, we're all
That's all I do.
standing again.
And I will I will turn to this, and then I will use Call the Herd.
Can't use that.
I can't?
No, he said because you used it out of the.
Oh.
You use it out of the
He
battle.
gave you
Oh,
credit.
I misunderstood that.
Yeah, so you
Give you
still have a
credit
hit
for
for it in this encounter, and the damage you did is still applied. So that character started with that damage.
It's like you got the first attack in the game.
Oh,
Yeah, you
I see,
gotta
I see, I
basically
see, I see.
attack
Okay,
before the
I
encounter
understand
starts.
that. Okay, gotcha. Alright. Then, let me rethink. I know we did it.
Just to let you know, in the room that you see, all their metalwork, weapons, tools, are kind of like on the walls, on tables, on the walls. A lot of vials, gems, ores.
Oh, nice prizes.
So if I do a Call of the Beast, and I hit here, that it's these are both within one burst, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I do it here, then you would get hit, right?
I'll guarantee he doesn't care.
Yeah, it would for me. It says each creature, not each enemy.
Okay, so I will put it here.
Mhm.
Then we'll go that way.
Say which ones you're hitting first. Number 4 is bloodied.
How would I even take damage from that? It would be
That's what I was-
your will? If I, it would attack my will when I attack something else. Okay, I gotcha. But it would be your attack against my will. Okay.
Is your will like ridiculously high?
It's like 19. It's not terrible. You could do it. But you're distinguishing between 2 targets and 2 targets?
Yeah.
Oh, then just do the 2 that doesn't include me.
Yeah. Okay. I will do number 2. 8 plus 7, 15.
Miss.
And then number 4, 8. And my turn is over.
Roll one more time just for giggles.
Oh god.
I'm just curious.
11.
11 plus what?
7.
Okay, you would miss me too. Okay.
Duergar number 4, which would have been his turn. Now I'm doing it the right way.
Didn't he
Yeah.
just take his turn?
Yeah, but they were wrong. They were the wrong ones. Basically, he never went
Okay, I got you. Okay.
because I had it messed up. So he's gonna swing away at you. Woo! That's a big number. 28.
Bruh. No, 23.
7 damage. Alright, number 1, will somebody stand up number 1, please? Movement. He will minor action Infernal Anger and swing away at Yago with a 23.
18. I mean 19.
Alright, so you're going to take 7 damage. And you're also going to take another 4 fire damage, which you resist. Yago.
I take another 4 fire damage that I resist.
Yeah, but you
Because
just
of your
resist it.
necklace.
Now,
Necklace
technically,
resist
you will be
poison
taking right
damage.
now ongoing 2, but you don't take it. But you have a -2 penalty to attack rolls.
Down to 30. Forgot to add. Yeah. Tit for tat.
You leave your dark fire too.
Yes.
You make sure you can do all the special things because we're not there.
We're not there.
Well, it gives you combat advantage, right? And you get like bonus damage when you hit something with combat advantage.
Cloud of Darkness or Dark Fire?
Dark fire, but nobody can help you get combat advantage right now. So I'm saying you can help yourself get combat advantage.
That's right. Adaptive flank, or someone still has to be there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the dark fire, or give me extra attacks and attack intelligence. Dark fire is
I think it's just your highest
it's
mod
a minor
plus-
action.
+4.
So, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma versus reflex. You gain a +4 bonus to the attack roll. So I lay down the dark fire. And then
You okay?
take the sword and shiver it up, and I strike with a sly flourish, and I roll. 6 plus 10 plus 4.
20 is a miss.
Well, what is it on?
Oh.
What defense?
And here's attack, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma versus reflex.
That's a hit.
There you go.
And then hit. Okay, a 1.
Oh, how am I doing this?
The one in front of you.
So gets it to 1d6. So what's that? 1d6 plus 4
5.
plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have to change that. A 5 plus 5.
Bloodied.
That's what, number 1?
Number 1.
Number 1. Oh, what's that?
Dark fire.
Oh,
Just put it there.
oh, cool.
Done?
And could do a move, mate. Attack. Could do a shift. Any suggestions?
Triple handspring.
Of moving somewhere?
Acrobatic movement on top of the
Table.
desk.
I think the unfortunate reality is if you move anywhere, you open up vulnerabilities for yourself without giving yourself any advantage.
Oh, the wind is gone.
Oh, thank you.
Like I'm in a corner
Yeah.
away from the group, so like I would focus, like the group should focus fire at the guy you're on.
Okay.
I kind of just wanted to be over there because I needed to pull the mini boss into a position where she could. She
Couldn't
still
do
technically can, but I think the effectiveness is decreased.
So I should just continue striking.
I
at
think
this.
so,
Okay.
and they should help you. They should definitely help you because you just put Dark Fire up.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Dark fire.
Okay, I'm done.
Alright, I'm gonna. It's Kedhira's turn. I'm gonna roll a recharge for that last attack of 5 or 6. I roll a 6. I am gonna do an encounter power. Blast 5 right into Travex. Wave of Despair. Psychic.
Does that only hit me.
Based on my old rules, I would say only you, but it would technically continue that way. Which would. Let me count this correctly because I
It's
suck.
me.
So she would.
1, 2, 3. Yes, this is also getting Lyrindel and
Just out of
Neri.
curiosity, is this an attack on my will?
Yes.
So I have an immediate response when an enemy makes an attack against your will that targets you or includes you as a target. The enemy is dazed until the end of your next turn, and you may slide it 2 squares.
Interrupt or
Immediate response.
it says the word response. It doesn't say interrupt or reaction.
It just says IR, so immediate reaction. Then I guess
Alright, so it happens after I am done with the power.
it says an enemy makes an attack, but this was the custom ability. So it's you can
Yeah, it
change it if you want.
It'll
This
be
is
a
just
reaction.
this is just what we wrote down. So it says an enemy makes the attack, not hits you with the attack.
Making with
You're saying this resolves after the damage
Yeah.
is all dealt. Okay.
which don't say you're using it until after this is done because you're probably not going to be able to use it if I hit you. You'll
Best
see.
of luck.
All right, so this is attacking you first against your will. Be
Does
very
this
lucky.
target me?
Yeah. It's a blast 5.
Okay.
I rolled an 11 on your will.
Well, I have 19 will.
Yeah, that's got nowhere near you. Very lucky. Lyrindel.
Yep.
I rolled a 1. I am done my turn after I'm done attacking. That sucks.
Well, you would have been done with your turn anyway.
No, I could have moved.
You would have been dazed.
19 on will to the sorcerer.
Who's dazed?
19.
Alright, sorcerer is taking psychic damage of 6. And you are slowed and dazed. You have to
Kedhira?
save from both.
Yeah, but you're gonna get one on Neri as well. And I don't have a slowed here.
So you can do what you have to do. Yago, save from your -2 penalty.
Slowed.
What do I do?
Just roll d20, 10 or higher.
I don't know, whatever, we'll remember it. Yeah, just think anything, I guess.
And Neri, you never saved on your turn.
I'm sure it's
either.
in there somewhere.
You have to save. No, you're just prone. Never mind.
I got a 6.
You still have a -2 penalty.
Well, did you ever roll at the end of your last turn to...
That was it. I just told him to do that now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But it doesn't do anything because...
Slowed.
You failed
Okay.
it.
It's orange, right?
Well, I don't know if it says slowed, yeah.
A lot of decorations out there. Alright, Travex, you want to do your reaction?
Yes, sorry. So she is dazed until the end of her next turn, and I may slide her 2 squares. So I'm gonna slide her into the corner because that appears to have been the correct choice with all her bullshit.
Darrack.
Alright.
Go for this guy there.
Number
Okay.
This is the
1.
first time I got to use that. It was awesome.
There's no penalties.
It's
right?
good,
Or,
but-
No penalties.
Fine, okay.
4 levels to use.
Are we like going after? Is he bloodied or?
He's bloodied.
He's bloodied.
And he's in dark fire.
Alright.
I don't know what that means.
Cause fear could be dark fire. Yago, does that create combat advantage?
Until the end of the next turn, until the end of your next turn, all attacks against the target have combat advantage, and the target cannot benefit from invisibility.
Roll 2d8, please.
Who?
2d8 damage, because you didn't do that
Yeah.
For what?
when you last attacked.
Oh, his whole attack.
Yeah. Still a nice DM, anyway.
7.
Damage is overrated. We just like to hit stuff.
Mortally wounded.
Mortally wounded. So a heck could kill it, whoever.
I might just do. Maybe I'll just do like Sacred Flame again, because that's a faith. I'll just do Sacred Flame again on same guy.
You could also move in a little bit and do cause fear on number 4.
Don't do that.
You would get your opportunity attack.
And he would just be immobilized. It would be using his encounter power offensively for me to use an at-will amount of damage. Use the fear defensively in case number 2 does not go after me but goes after them. You can fear it away from the party.
Alright, but right now I'll just do.
Yeah, you can
I'll
try.
just
You
do-
can try
I'll-
to kill
yeah.
that guy right there.
I'll just do Sacred Flame on number 1. And rolled a 10.
I think you have what, +7 or +8? You got it.
Okay.
Because it's on reflex.
Okay, now D6 damage.
1d6 +5.
4 plus 5. Number 1.
He's hurting bad. Who gets the points?
Who needs the points?
Technically, you can only see
Yeah, I can't
3 of your
see.
people.
Travex.
Lyrindel is at 35, and she already has, so she
Right.
can't get him anyway. So if you can see her,
I can see her, so I'll give it to you.
because she can probably use a little buffer.
We need to roll something for them?
No,
Oh, okay.
this happens. Travex.
How much is it?
4.
I will use my fearsome macro success close burst. Okay. And the divine metal. That's a close burst 10, but I can't see anybody. Can I see him?
Yes. You can
Can I see her?
Lyrindel.
Can I see her?
Really, really well.
Can I see Neri?
Yes.
I can.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, so I will use my
much more damage to him, so it's like.
Channel Divinity as my minor action, which is a close burst 10. So Neri, you get to make a saving throw, but with a bonus equal. Well, days is it? Does she need to save from the days, or is it until the end of the turn?
Saved.
It is. That's
Just a save.
disgusting. I'm so glad only one person got hit by that. So yeah, you can roll a saving throw for your effects now, and you get +4 to that roll.
8 and 4.
Yes, you're good.
So you get to do your next turn
Thank
instead
you.
of not getting to do your next
Yes.
Well, next full turn.
turn. Yeah. All right. Awesome. And then with my standard action, I will use my fearsome smite on Kedhira. 4 plus 11 on armor class.
Big miss.
Yeah. And then with my free action, I'll look at number 2 and I'll scream, "What are you just gonna stand over there? You're not gonna help defend Kedhira? Fight me!"
You done?
I'm done.
Free action, he's gonna yell, kiss my ass.
Bring it over here and I'll kiss it.
And he's gonna go there. And
Present it. Think so.
really make life hard for Neri.
And is that an opportunity attack or no? He slid in.
Well, he didn't. He
No.
just moved in and nobody was adjacent when he moved in.
Alright,
Now you can hear that guy.
Infernal Anger, minor action. And gonna swing away at Lyrindel.
Oh,
Ooh, 28 on armor class.
wow.
You're gonna take 11 damage with an extra 4 fire damage.
What? 11 plus 4?
Yep.
So that's just
Neri.
5 damage.
It's your turn to shine,
Oh,
Darrack.
11.
Bro, you're temporary.
No, I lost both of them.
Oh,
I
you
have no
did?
temporary
Oh.
anymore.
It's alright. It's your time to shine. Fear and heal. And everybody's happy.
So, as if you remember last attack, you hit 2 or more creatures. So you have a lot of damage coming if you can hit.
Yeah. So, I still have my encounter powers, right?
Yeah.
Creature, one creature. So, Thunderslam?
Is that a range attack?
Yes, it is.
You're in melee. You will get an opportunity attack from number 2.
Is this the... I don't have the
Range, range,
order,
range.
but is he after her in the order or
I
not?
believe so.
Yes,
So you
Darrack.
could hold your turn if you ask him to fear that one away from you. And then you could do your thing afterwards, right?
You do have a blast attack though. But it is fire. Probably not the best idea damage-wise.
I have Burning Spray and Chaos Bolt. The Burning Spray is a close blast, which would affect other people.
Well, you wouldn't hit anybody else.
Yeah, how
You
does
would
that
corner
work?
it.
Is it the corner?
You would
So
corner
is
it.
that the 3-3?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
so
go that
it
way.
would just, it could either do it like this or like this, right?
Yeah.
But they have like -10 to fire, so you'd have to hit a...
That's a fire one.
Yeah, it's a fire one. And everything else is range.
She'll at minimum do like 11 damage because of all the extra damage she has coming. So if you want to take the chance of seeing if you can do that, or do the Coil Sphere is probably the better idea. You wait, let him go. Delay your turn. Actually, no, Darrack already went.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it's gonna be a while until Darrack goes again.
Yeah, so. Okay, so,
I don't know what the order is.
Burning
Who would go
spray.
next then?
Well, she's gonna go.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try this fire thing
Mm-hmm.
that they're probably immune to, but let's see. Ugh, that's a 9,
Plus
7.
16 on what?
On
I think it's fortitude.
It's reflex.
reflex.
It is
Charisma
reflex.
versus reflex.
Hit.
What kind of squeaky sound do they make when they get hit by fire?
This is plus 12 damage. Just to let you know. Normally it's plus 11, but you have an extra plus 1 to damage.
Yeah.
So whatever the die is, plus 12.
yeah, so roll for your damage.
But I could use that thing so that I could make it even, so I could hit more than just
No,
one
you only
guy?
do this one. That's Chaos Bolt. To do it, to attack more targets.
Oh, okay. So 1d8 for damage. There's a 1.
Plus 12.
Oh, you got 13
13.
damage, so you know you did 3. Does it do anything else? Any effects?
Okay, so there's another plus 1 damage because it's astral fire, and I'm using the fire radiant keyword.
No, the attack, the actual attack.
And yeah, no.
Alright.
Nope.
Guard number 3. Ugh. What's going on, guys?
See,
Oh my god! Alright, this is the start of round 3. Darrack, since you're still outside,
oh shit!
Oh shit, that's right.
Oh shit! We're gonna have to pay your bail or something later.
You
You've been
notice
attacking from outside.
from way behind you, probably on the other half of the seven-pillared hall, on the other side of the little stream that goes down. You think you see Brug
Oh no.
walking hastily
No,
towards
no.
the building. Lyrindel.
Yeah. Good on Pete for remembering that. I wouldn't have noticed. That's clever.
Oh no.
Because we.
I also got like hit. Would that also mean that they would be?
Because
she hit me.
It's a good question.
So
So maybe you help the situation.
yeah.
I am in melee, right?
Yes.
So I will pounce on number 2.
Monster. Here we go.
Oh, your voice has gotten deeper recently.
Oh, 20.
Oh, again? Is that the second time?
Yeah.
You know she rolls very high. You know.
You don't have to show off.
It doesn't matter who rolls.
If you're in the
It's you. It's
How about your max damage? And your crit, 1d6.
1d8 plus wisdom.
13.
My crit.
And then you roll 1d6.
Oh. 2.
15. Yeah, that's it.
And then I'm going to
Shifty.
shift a little bit over here.
Number 4. Shift.
That's the guy next to me? Mm-hmm. No, fuck you. 17 plus 11.
Yes, this is true.
5, 10 damage. Best combination of feats ever.
Looks like a chess game now. Checkers.
So he is just immobilized. So he will. That was a movement. I will roll d6 for Infernal Anger. Roll the 6. Minor action, Infernal Anger.
This is an at will Infernal Anger?
Minor action recharge. Yes. Recharge means...
Oh, you're
After-
recharge. Oh, okay. I've
after
just heard
roll.
it so many times, so I was like,
Yeah, the Beard Pulls is an encounter power, even though it's a minor action. That's a miss. Duergar number 1. 5 or 6. Roll the 2. Gonna swing at... Yeah, oh, dear lord. 29 on armor class to Yago.
you shifted over.
Yeah.
7 damage to Yago. And Yago, it's your turn.
Who just
No, I just
did the
noticed
attack?
it was a
Number
river
1,
making
the
it.
guy in front of you.
That's why I shifted.
Oh,
What is it?
so
So I can
which
hit him?
is 7 damage.
That's so funny. We're gonna have to break our preset of jail.
We can zoom in a little bit more.
That's right, still have Dark Fire applied on him.
How long does it last? Till the end of this
Until the end of this turn.
He's mortally wounded. He's looking really bad.
I just need to hit him. And then
First, you gotta get your sword in place.
Sly Flourish. 15
Yes.
plus 10 plus 4.
What's your damage?
Damage.
And this one. So that's a 1d6 plus 5.
Plus your
Plus
sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
Fine.
He's coming for you.
That's the guy.
A 4,
Plus 5?
9.
9,
2d8.
2d8,
Sneak attack.
and a 2d8. Boom, boom, boom. So much damage. A 5 and a 7.
How you want to destroy this Duergar?
Give him the all.
And his head slowly tips back while a piece of his skin still stays, so the head just
Oh,
slowly
gross.
rolls back, and then we all hear this tone because it snaps.
You still
And
have movement.
The body is still upright there, not,
And you can move.
and I can move.
Oh, wait, you're adjacent to...
Yeah.
So you can do a shift.
I could do a shift, but you just went a shift. I
Are we
can't-
opposite each other?
Yes, if you attack, you have combat advantage, but I would have to shift 2 spaces. I can only shift 1, right? Mm-hmm. Unless I move and move 2, then that gives an opportunity attack. So probably best to just stay there.
I think you can make a safe assumption he's going to fear as well, so you're going to get combat advantage on a melee basic attack when he does so. If you stay there.
All right. I'm going to stay there.
Kedhira.
Nah, we can skip over her.
Moving.
Just let her be.
What's on Kedhira right now, anyway?
She's dazed
She's
and
dazed.
marked.
Alright, so she's not going to move.
I mean, it'd be great if she tried to move. I'd love that, actually. Can she try?
No, because then she can't attack.
That's correct.
So she will swing her warhammer at you. .25 on armor class.
That's a big roll.
9 damage. Oh, no, she can still do a free action. She's gonna laugh at you right in your face.
The one who's dazed and who I've moved psychically twice.
Free actions, you can do it. That doesn't affect by days.
I ruffle her hair just a little
So
bit.
you're gonna burn in hell.
She's like this tall, right?
About 5 foot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ruffle her.
Darrack.
Alright, so if I move in, he's died. Does he get opportunity attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, or
your
you
fear
can
is
cause-
ranged attack.
Yeah, so can I cause fear that I move in?
Yes.
As long as you don't roll.
Okay.
It's just
That's
that
fair.
now he's
I rolled
showing.
12.
So
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah, it's already done, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been
Yeah.
done. 12.
Yeah, it's good.
Alright. And then it's.
Is he running when you make him move?
I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, he's.
Alright,
Did he say that he makes him crawl instead, so he qualifies as prone?
Oh, he's just very slow.
He's very, very scared. He's terrified. And he hides.
he would have to drop prone, which is an actual minor action.
Okay. I tried.
It was good. That wasn't there. I would have allowed that. So he's gonna run, which means the three of you make the attacks at the same time.
Okay.
And since he's running, you get a +2 on your attack, which means it's strength based still. So you're getting a +3 because you have that +1. So make sure you do your numbers right, since it's strength based.
We all just roll.
You're not rolling on your wisdom. You're not getting your normal plus.
Oh, okay.
Opportunity attacks are based on strength.
Okay.
You still get your other bonuses though. So like you're using this.
Just let me know.
before stuff,
I'll know.
Yeah.
7.
But this one
Yeah,
is
you would've
for
missed.
ability. So instead of +4, you're getting
That's right.
+0.
Okay.
So you
10.
still get
Yeah, you
plus
missed.
4 instead of +8.
Gotcha. 18 plus.
Of course.
+8 plus 2.
Yeah, you guys missed.
I rolled 8,
Did not.
but
An 8,
yeah,
but you get +6.
plus 6.
Yeah,
Right, but first he's gonna
So-
run.
I'll put that description there.
So he's running,
+2.
which means his
So you got a 16.
move
I
it to
don't
7.
know.
8 plus. What did you roll?
I
1,
rolled 8.
2, 3, 4,
8
5,
plus-
6, 7.
6 plus 2, so 16.
All right,
So you get
Lyrindel,
6.
damage.
Oh, what am I rolling? D8.
Yes.
Is that still a +4?
The
Yes.
ability damage wouldn't be, right? Because it's a.
No, that's true because it's
But
based.
you're, so just the 1d8 damage.
Okay.
1d8 plus 1 is still a weapon.
2.
So you got 3. And he is bloodied. You could move more in if you wanted to,
Yeah, you could if you want.
Oh yeah, maybe I'll
because
just.
your movement comes after he finished his. Travex.
With my free action, I'll look at number 2, which was the one who told me to eat his ass or whatever it was that he was asking me to do. And I'll ask him, I'll just be like, hey, where'd you go? I thought you were gonna, thought you and I had a thing we were gonna do. And then I'll, this is what haven't I used? I've kind of used everything, haven't I? I will just use my Enfeebling Strike on Kedhira, which is a natural one. So I'm done.
Recovered already from being afraid?
Just a 4. Swing it away. Free action as he's moving, pointing to your. I'll deal with you later. Miss. Neri. You have both your encounter types.
Yes, I do. But they're not nicely grouped together, so So on number 2, Chaos Bolt.
Alright.
I thought that was a song. I was like,
Yeah, nothing.
What'd you roll?
A 2.
Oh. Running. 3, 4, 5.
Squishy.
I remember you. Miss.
You ducked.
Round 4. That big creature's getting closer to the building. Lyrindel.
And I do Call of the Beast here. So first 3, 4. I'm assuming that's not a hit.
Yeah. Miss.
And 1.
Ooh. Now we're missing. Duergar number 4 is gonna move.
no, he's not. He'll never move. 11 plus 11 on
Miss.
armor class. That's a miss? 22?
No, that's what did I say? I don't know.
I thought you said miss.
I think I said yes.
They
and I
have a
just
lot of
don't know.
armor, so I thought
Sounds like-
maybe it was.
Go ahead. Damage.
8. My man,
Mortally wounded.
this man has actually just been killing himself the whole fight.
And he's gonna swing away at Travex. And miss. Yago.
Oh, sorry, you do too.
Oh.
I mean, we all get the idea. I didn't realize you had one already. I just don't know.
So
Go after
dark
me.
fire is no longer there, and powers. Let's follow these with this. Let's see, must lie flourishing on number 2.
Yeah, because you usually have that.
I rolled a 1.
All the misses are happening. Kedhira, who should not be dazed anymore,
Correct.
is gonna move.
No, she's not. 13 plus 11.
Yes.
Oh, wow, nice. 12 damage.
Bloodied. She will swing away. Miss. Darrack, you have encounter powers.
You have heals too. I think Neri, Lyrindel, and myself could all use a heal.
I forgot to do that last round. Alright, heals. Who needs them?
Neri first, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. What do I need to roll?
You don't need to roll to heal, just the heal value. So
Yeah.
1d6 plus your wisdom, I think. I'm not sure.
I'm looking at the target.
You wanna play with
1d6
those
additional
points,
hit point. What?
Because he has healer's lore,
Right.
so it's like it's the ability plus the bonus.
You-
This allows him to heal everybody?
No,
No? Picks how many people?
1.
The target can spend a healing surge and regain 1d6 additional hit points.
Yeah, healing surge plus 1d6, but
yeah?
because he is the type of priest that he is,
Open it.
he has. Is it healer's lore?
Yeah, he does have healer's lore.
That's too much.
Give me your thing. No. Yeah, he does have healer's
So
lore.
he gets an additional wisdom modifier.
Oh, okay. So plus 4.
So surge value plus 1d6 plus wisdom modifier.
1d6.
Yep. 1d6 plus first surge value plus wisdom modifier.
4 plus.
The per surge value. So
Which
shield.
is 7.
Yep. Plus
Plus 4.
8 plus 4.
4 plus 4.
So
8
8
plus
8
7.
plus 7.
15. Right, that was your minor action.
There.
Number 4 is mortally wounded.
Number 4.
Number 2 is bloodied. Number 3 is fine.
I'll go for number 4, I guess.
Yeah, definitely focus the guys that are not targeting me always.
Okay. Which one?
The one that's next to Yago.
2 is bloody.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do Lance of Faith against him.
And I bend down to avoid
4.
it.
Good thing you didn't use an encounter power.
See the holy magic
Travex.
is by. I'll use
Do you have any more?
my
Oh yeah, I do.
knack for success
I'll remember, like, weirdly specific,
to
but
allow Neri to
Okay.
shift 2 squares as a free action.
You already
That
did
doesn't help. So no, I only have this. I think.
Is this?
Go back in the corner.
Yeah, this one.
Well, last time that wasn't that
This
great.
might be. It's a daily though.
And you
What
don't
was the
have
one with
your-
the
You
corner?
don't have your.
She got cornered.
Like what?
She's, no, they use
She
bless.
can't use her ranged
Yeah.
abilities through the.
Well, I'm just saying she got cornered when she was the
Slam.
last time she was there.
Oh, because the
I
guy
know, pay
moved
attention
in.
to
Yeah.
that for the next round. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
The
I
big
don't
guy also
know.
is
I'm giving her the
weird, so-
ability to do it if she wants.
Big guy also.
I guess I hadn't thought
No,
about
he's
it. I
not
just
really
figured.
in.
I just saw that she
No,
was.
well, she's not there now. Yeah.
And then I'll just use a enfeebling strike on Kedhira. 15 plus
Yes.
11 for another 12 damage. And she can keep getting this little guy. I'm just giving her an extra. It's just like until the end of the turn. She gets a -2 penalty to attack rolls on top of the other.
Number 2 will attack Yago. In this. Neri.
Okay, I am going to try the Essence Prism.
Mm-hmm.
My encounter power against number 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 6. And what is 7 is 13 and 1, 14.
Yes.
It was
What's it against?
against reflex.
Yeah, it's a miss.
Okay.
I don't like Drow. I should have known that. I just thought of that now. They're a dual guard. They wouldn't like the Drow.
Why not? Aren't they both Underdark
They
citizens?
hate each other.
Why?
He got so confused going to you that he lost himself. Round 5. He is very close to the building. Lyrindel.
3 R2.
What do we got? We got one guy bloodied, one guy not.
Yes, number
Mortally
2.
wounded, bloodied, and
If you're out of peace form, you can bark skin him or me as
Oh,
well. Yeah.
who needs bark skin?
Probably him.
he did it again.
Bark skin, not dark skin.
Yeah, I know. My
What
bad.
is bark skin?
You get until the end of my next turn, the target gains a power bonus to AC equal to your Constitution modifier. Would you like some protection?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Constitution modifier.
Not yours. Hers.
Yeah, so
What
my
is that?
my Constitution modifier is 1.
Oh. So that would raise my AC to 20. All helpful.
All right, and then I will.
And look down and see all this bark appearing over me.
And then I will do Call of the Beast here. Oh no, you make it hit. I don't want to do that. Because that's diagonal. So I forget that. I will do a Firehawk on 2.
-2. Number 3's in the way.
Oh, so maybe I'll do 3. I'll do a Firehawk on 3. Oh my god.
I finally had that one.
He's been waiting, man. He's been waiting.
Wow.
That's phenomenal.
Alright, that's that then.
Such a long wait.
12
I'm about to let out a
plus
demonic
7,
roar like next turn.
19.
Yes.
That's a hit.
Yes. Number 3.
Alright, so 1d8.
No, you can access this page.
I can?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you can just put it on the Discord then, and then I can have it.
4 plus
Good
4,
on
8.
What's your?
Plus 5.
That's my.
Yeah, but there's-
Bloodied.
Oh, that's it? How
Yeah.
did you make the website?
Oh, it's my own website.
How did you do that?
Guard number 4 is moving.
This is just a website for all your things?
Should I just move him because
that's
he's
just
not?
one of the pages.
Oh.
Page
Sorry. Showing me very cool stuff over here.
Guard number 4 is moving.
No, he's not. 11 plus 11.
Yes.
This poor bastard legit is killing himself. Jeez. So 13 damage.
He legit killed himself.
Alright.
I'm just waiting for that.
I take my sword and there's a clean light on my sword as I pierce him. And that light just, expels through the back of his chest cavity.
Free
He
action.
slumps to the ground.
Kedhira, stop killing my men! Yago.
No.
All this blood everywhere.
There's more over here.
I wish I'd attacked two different critters.
Where did he want to go anyway? Like, after all was said and done, where was he trying to go?
Combat advantage.
Oh, yeah! Okay, alright, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Alright, at least there was a good reason. I was like,
I tried.
where is he trying to go?
Remember that for future.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I rolled like over 10 on every roll. It's just good rolls. But yeah.
But also because, she had nowhere to go, really, and then he was kept trying
Yeah,
to get
they
him
kept
around.
trying. They kept trying. I just rolled really nicely.
So, counter powers, but I use this, so I can't use this, but I could still use this, right?
Sorry, I wasn't.
This is this or this,
Yes.
but this one I could still use.
All of your encounter. Oh, these are the only two encounter powers that are
That do
mutually
that.
exclusive. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you hit number 3, you can use your adaptable flanker. I think,
Yes.
Number 3,
Yes.
because Darrack is
Ah.
right next to
so
him.
I can go up to that with the adaptive flanker.
Yep.
That sounds good.
Cat hunting?
So I apply adaptive flanker, which gives me advantage.
Oh, he liked your bun. Yeah, he liked your bun there.
And this, and then I guess a Slack Flourish in combination with the Adaptive Flanker. And I roll a 13 plus 10.
You have combat advantage of +2. That's a hit. So you get to do all your damage. So this is 1d6 plus 7 plus 2d8.
1d6
It's a lot of numbers.
and 2.
He is just bloodied. Let's see if he can do this.
3, 3, and 4.
10.
17.
17.
Mortally
damage.
wounded. Damn Drow!
See,
Which one
that's
was
a-
that?
This one here.
Kedhira's moving.
That's a 2, so maybe she gets to move. 2 plus 11. I'm assuming she gets to move. She's moving.
Vile Fumes. Area Burst 2. On Darrack. Dun dun dun. This is on your fortitude. Oh, this is gonna just roll. I rolled a 1!
Well, she would have. So to be fair, she would have had a -2 from this and a -2 from the mark as well. So
Alright, so -4.
yeah.
Alright, I will go after Neri next.
Oh, she's still. Oh.
Yeah,
so-
I just can't do a minor action at this
Gotcha.
point. Oh dear lord. Alright, let me do some math here. This is against
Oh, and she takes damage when she
42.
targeted. Who did she target first?
Darrack.
Darrack.
So she also takes. I think it's 9 damage. 3
Mortally
plus
wounded.
3 plus charisma is. Sorry, that's 7 damage. She takes 7 damage.
13 fortitude to you.
My fortitude's 15.
Miss. Yago. 13 fortitude to you.
14.
I will attack both his pallies, which is not going to matter because, well, that's a miss. That's going to be a hit, so I got to remember number 2 is a hit. And Lyrindel,
Yes.
that's definitely a hit. 26 on fortitude. Alright. Well, yeah, I can't do more than 10 damage, so it doesn't matter for the Duergar that I hit. So everyone that's hit is just taking 5 poison damage. Everyone that was hit is blinded until the end of Kedhira's next turn.
Who was hit?
I was.
Good question.
Just Lyrindel.
Just Lyrindel.
Let's
Darrack.
go. -4.
Alright.
Used to be -5, but I had to trade in one of those feats for.
You should shift to the doorway.
Oh. So half is bloodied?
Do your encounter power.
What you count
Half is
as
bloodied.
Everyone's like almost dead.
No, but I mean, like, if I go half
Which
of
one?
my.
Is it really
It's
not here?
bloodied.
Would it be here?
Yeah, you get your armor.
Yeah.
But don't
Your armor
forget,
keeps
don't forget, all these
Oh, where's
targets
your
that you're
cards?
attacking. Remember, we looked up your totem. You get +1 damage
Oh, yeah,
to
it's not-
all
Daunting
hits
Light.
against bloody
it's not here.
targets.
Do that to number
Oh,
3.
right.
And if you crit,
Okay.
you get that 1d10 that you were
Or-
looking at the very
Oh,
start.
right,
of it.
right, right.
You can try to take Kedhira out.
I kind of want to try to take her out.
Right.
Yeah,
now.
take Kedhira out.
Should I still use Daunting Light?
Use Daunting Light. Get it over with.
Alright.
See if
I
you
don't
can
know what
kill
his
her.
armor does. The Delver's thing, I don't know what that does.
10,
Which is +7
I think.
on.
Oh, reflex.
Are you applying any negatives to defenses?
To what? To who?
Kedhira.
Defenses.
Yeah.
I don't believe that I do that. I don't think so, no. She just has -4 to hit.
Well, you hit.
Okay.
Damage.
This is 2d10, which was d10. Is this d10?
+5.
Yes, no, it's not d10. This is d10. Is this d10? Yeah, this is d10. Okay, 2d10.
Mm-hmm.
8,
13.
5,
18. How do you want to destroy Kedhira? Anyone that has any penalties from Kedhira is gone.
Is that
So
me?
you can see.
Yes, you're not blinded no more.
Okay.
A ray of light goes into her, and she just explodes. And the only thing left is her head, and just falls on the ground.
Free action from number 2, free action from number 3.
Good job.
Travex. Number 3 is mortally wounded, number 2 is bloody.
One, two, three, four.
Double movement on top of this thing.
Huh? Oh, yeah. One, two,
Combat advantage.
and I'll use my. I'll use my mark on the one. This guy. And I will use a enfeebling strike on him. 16 plus 11.
Yes.
So once again, the holy light fills my weapon as I swing across his chest and do 11. Nope, that's 9. Yeah, 9 damage.
How do you want to kill him?
I guess that
That was the guy
holy
that,
light across
you
his
tortured.
chest went deep enough, and instead of just stopping there, the light just expels through his back, just like the previous guy.
And for free action, I yell out, "You almost had me blinded!"
Duergar number 2 is running.
So that's it.
Yeah.
You're in this square, right?
Yeah, I'm not adjacent.
So he's running away now.
He's going to that square right there.
11. Well, plus the
And you get a +2 combat advantage.
It's
2.
that number, but instead of using the ability score, you use the strength ability score. So it's this number -4 plus 1.
So 4 plus 1.
Yeah, so 7.
7.
What's the total?
11.
18?
18.
It's actually
18 plus 2. So
it's 20, which is still in this. So he is in this square right now, and he is running now.
Wait. No, he's not. Hold on. Because he would have stopped here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He can keep going.
Alright, he's in that square now. He is still running, so Darrack, Lyrindel.
Go ahead.
Just your basic attack.
18.
Of course.
I mean, you know how this goes by now.
Damage. This is just a basic attack with your quarterstaff.
8.
So it's 1d8, I believe. Or
Yeah. 6.
All right, Neri.
Okay.
Technically, I could have double moved, but I already called your name. Forgot I could do that. You still have one more encounter power.
Yeah, Thunder Slam.
He is running, so you have combat advantage. So you have an extra +3 in total.
13.
That's gonna do it.
Okay, wait, let me see. 2d10.
+8.
One.
19.
10.
Mortally wounded. Round 6. He is probably
50 feet away or so now. The big guy. Lyrindel?
Is this guy here?
Yep. You have combat advantage if you stay where you are.
It was 19 and then plus 1, 20, right?
No, that was what all the pluses. I already had the math.
Oh, okay.
But he is
With the boon.
Yep,
Yeah.
he is super mortally wounded right now.
I'm pouncing on him. 17.
Jesus Lord. I think your average was 17.
And then
Where are the sounds?
1d8.
Where
For
are
the
sounds?
pounds. Kitty pounds.
Seems like he's trying to head for the staircase that goes
the
down.
sounds is, you have to type in sound.
Oh, there's no link for it?
No, I didn't because it.
What?
7 plus.
5. How do you want to kill the last guy?
I grab its head in my teeth and I shake it off.
Was that what that was for? Because that worked really well. Was that an accident?
No.
The demonic roar.
That was meant for the cat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Counter over 180 experience points. Okay. Is that your like your holy type attacks?
It's meant to be for his healing spells.
That's the healing spell
Okay.
sound. And holy attacks.
It could still be for you because you're both divine.
So we're at 4,455.
Oh.
Just to
That's the
remind
goat.
you for
Is that a goat?
next
Did you
game
make that? Did you
No,
record
that's
that?
a go.
Did you have a
That's
goal? You killed the
4,400.
You can make it show up this way if you
4,400.
have the browser
4,455.
55.
have the
We started at 6:30. What time is it?
show desktop version.
6:30 was at the when you were still at the place. We'll say it's 7.
It'll be
7
what it looks like on
p.m. And the name of this
That's pretty
encounter
cool, I like
was.
Oops.
Grimmerzhul trading post.
Otherwise, yeah.
Alright, so you're in a room full of a lot of stuff, and you have a big dude coming that's probably going to be there in like half a minute. And he looks angry, very angry, stomping into the ground, holding onto that great club.
We hide all the bodies.
Well,
You see a staircase going down that seems to where the Duergar wanted to go. Everything seemed to change with these guys after you killed Kedhira, and they seem to want to go downstairs.
are we continuing?
I'm going to give you guys like another 5 minutes because of how this is going to be played out.
Okay.
So we gotta move because we don't really want to deal with the big guy.
I mean, technically we broke the law.
Yeah.
And technically,
And
you don't
that's
know if he knows it's you guys.
I mean, he for sure saw him outside of the door.
He saw somebody
In fact,
outside the door.
He would only have detected if the way it was
It's a
described to us was it was like they would detect us having cast a spell, right? Like it was auto detect, like that's what
What
the
if-
tattoo or the stamp or whatever it was that we did.
Possible. You're not 100% sure.
What if I hide?
I mean, it's
Outside
either
of your-
just you.
You probably got like a half a minute to figure out what you want
Or
to
it's
do.
both of you,
There's
so-
things all over this
Because
place.
you technically attacked outside also, but we don't know. We did it on the basis that nobody would tell what we were doing. But if it's like an auto detect, then they know you did it.
You guys probably have one shot of doing one thing in here and trying to figure out a way out. Once again, you saw that the Duergar wanted to go downstairs. So everybody has one shot of doing something right now. Before
Do
you guys figure
do
something
you guys want
out.
to run downstairs? Or do you
Run
want to talk to the guy?
downstairs.
You want to
What?
talk our way
I'm
out?
talking. Running.
But you guys have just enough time to do one thing before you run. You think you at least have time because there's a lot of things in there. Once again, it's a store, still a store.
30
There's
seconds,
still heroes.
30 seconds would be 5
We're gonna
rounds,
loot.
though, right?
We're gonna loot as much
Yeah.
as we can. Are there weapons?
6 rounds.
Are there weapons on the wall that we can snatch? Or is there gold?
well-
you know, what can we grab?
Well, the
There
turns-
is tables, shelves, all around with all different things. Gems, ores. Some of the tables have paperwork on them. There's things underneath here.
grab a bunch of paper.
So just everyone name one thing you think you want to grab. As you guys are searching, well, put your character somewhere where you want to do something.
What do you think? What's your?
I feel like you have to face the music here, but I would be maybe okay with you guys going down the stairs and like I talk to him alone and like I can either me or Neri. Neri can bullshit her way better than I can. Maybe she stays up here and we go downstairs and she makes something up and but either way they know something happened and right, like they know something, whether or not they know it was something or they know specifically that it was you two. We don't know that yet.
I go behind the counter to look for more papers that might prove that
You find a
bad
lockbox.
guys.
You find a lock.
Oh, that was
Lockbox.
a nice. Okay. What do you guys want to do aside from you, who I guess was that your one
Darrack,
thing?
where you are,
Yeah, that
you
was
have
my
just
thing.
enough time to grab 4 gemstones.
Okay.
What kind of gemstones?
I'm gonna go check out.
He doesn't know yet. Grab them so quickly.
Oh.
He just like literally went, like this.
What
Mine.
color? What color?
Beautiful place to go. There's a desk there where you find some paperwork and a map.
I'm taking that map.
We'll take it all.
I'll take all of it. Oh, I'm gonna. Can I just? Thanks.
Destroys it all.
She grabs it like.
I see 2 more characters.
Where are you going?
Well, if he's already got stuff there.
So this is like the alchemical place, which is exactly where you would go. And you notice that alchemical fire stuff. You grab 5 of them. Plus 1 more you don't know what it is. You don't have time to figure it out. You also take notice that now that Lyrindel had passed that area and where you are, Neri, that when you're looking down the steps, halfway down the steps, it doesn't look like it's something that's built anymore. It looks like it turns into natural cave as it goes down, with ever-burning candles on the side, so you can see quite nicely down there.
Okay, so this guy's going to follow us. I think we should go down and ambush.
Oh, see if he follows.
I mean, we
Further.
could try talking to him, but I don't think.
If he is the enforcer for the entire, if he's like this, he's the second in command, so like sub-enforcer for all of the 7 pillared whatevers. I don't know if fighting him is the right play, but worst case scenario, he knows for sure that the 2 of them committed a crime, and they should run, I think, but maybe the rest of us could bullshit our way and say the 3 of us took out these people. I'm fine with whatever you guys want to do. If we all want to run or we all want to stick around and explain ourselves or whatever. I don't think there's a wrong. I don't know if there's
all
a wrong
for
answer.
running.
One thing I was thinking is like if you guys are gonna talk to him, maybe like he could see there was a fight happening.
Right.
So could we say that like we hide and then you guys say that like we died or something? That would work. Because like he knows we were there.
Bodies.
Right, but some of these guys look like
They were taken away.
It might. I mean, you can. I think it's risky because if your body's like, you could roll around in some blood and fake your death, but they might want to take your corpse or something. I mean, you never know. We have no idea what this guy wants to do.
I'd like to go down here after I take my papers.
As you
Sounds
go
like
down,
where-
you notice that this is definitely not, has nothing to do with the story anymore. You're like in a cave,
Yeah.
and you see maybe about 20 feet in front of you a door.
Okay.
It's just 5 feet side to side. This is not like there's rooms or anything.
Right. Just.
Not a hallway, but boom, there's a door.
There's a door down here.
we could.
Sounds like a job for Yago to check out the door.
You guys are going down?
Well, I mean, what's his name?
Brug.
Bro, do you guys know what he is yet?
Yeah,
He's an ogre.
I looked it up on the
ogre.
Discord.
He's almost 10 feet tall. The weapon he has in his hand is pretty much the size of almost a medium-sized creature. He is huge. And he is pissed. And he is one battle encounter movement away from entering this building.
But I mean, so and Merklemore could be down here, right?
Well, probably probably much further down, but that's
I
probably
don't think none of these
a
other
good
like
start.
Give me
doorways are real, right?
Right. No, this is the only
Okay.
door.
Yeah.
And then there's.
What's your intelligence?
My intelligence?
Just regular
That's what I was
intelligence.
saying. This is like all the
11.
stats and stuff.
Here's the
The
one.
big boy.
It's 11, yeah.
We can definitely take him, but we haven't had a chance to heal up yet. That's the only thing.
I have 10.
Although we're in a nice position, to be fair, to fight him.
Very smart.
So
Who has the highest intelligence?
Out of all of us,
Yeah.
probably.
I have 11 intelligence.
I mean, okay.
He's got 11.
Still maybe the highest though.
Right, 'cause mine's
we're at
10.
10. I'm at 10.
10.
10.
Dear Lord.
So,
Yeah, we're not the brightest.
Being at the sheer size of this guy might be a little difficult maybe for him to get inside this door.
I don't think he would have to break in, but I'd like to
He's not
know
gonna break
what
in.
he
right,
he
since
might have to
we're in the
say.
side of a cave. We're in the side of like a wall.
Oh, you're talking about the. He's going
He said, yeah, he
going
can't
the
get-
doors
he's 10
downstairs or the door in the.
You would
Like,
think
thi-
even
like-
with this lack of intelligence
This
this group has,
door?
you think he
Yes.
might have a hard time getting in. Because since he's like 5 times bigger than the door.
He's enormous.
You
This
could
is
just scream
this
out
is
and
the
saying the such and such
Duergar.
people.
What are their names?
We can explain to
They're
them
like
The
dwarf.
Duergar. 5 feet tall.
Duergars.
that they
I think
attacked
is what
us
he
when
said.
we
The
went
Duer-
there. to
Duergar
talk
like 5 feet
business.
tall?
And the direction that
And if we go down here, it's only 5 feet
the
wide.
direction with where this hallway down there is going seems to go right in the direction of where the labyrinth would be.
He's already like.
He's almost on the map at this point. He doesn't look like he's ready to negotiate.
Come on.
I don't know what to
With
do.
me.
I feel like it's. I don't want to go down there though.
I don't want to go down. It'll be fine. We'll all be
There's
there.
a door. Let's just go through
Well-
the door. He's not going to come down these stairs.
Well, yeah, but I just don't want to go down there. What if there's
Well,
something
we
else
don't
behind
have-
the door. That's even.
But-
Yes, of course there's going to be something behind the door.
We should prepare to go downstairs, right? Prepare to go run downstairs, and
He's telling everyone, "You're all going."
the paladin can be there and say, "What's going on?" When he gets
Okay,
to the
no.
doorway and slams in, see, you
That's
can
So you,
judge.
so you
to
do
see-
want me to stick back behind?
Would you like to?
to see.
I'm fine with that if
to
that's what
see
you guys
if
want to
you-
do.
Yeah, I don't have a
What do you
problem.
want to
if
do at that
he's
door?
Just,
With the
crazy.
door?
Yeah.
I want Yago to come and check out this door.
Right away, you could tell that this door's not locked or trapped. It's just a crappy
So
door.
when we're ready to go, we can just crash through.
Well, do you hear anything?
But we're
behind the door?
holding. Do I hear
Nothing.
anything?
You should, perception it.
Do I need to do perception?
You don't hear anything.
Okay.
I say.
Do we want another secret phrase? And the phrase is "everything went wrong," and then you guys go through the doors.
You just say run, and you run with
I
us.
don't think it's not very subtle, is it?
We're not that
I don't
smart.
think it's gonna matter.
Brug is at the door, ready to grab the door handle.
And
Go, you guys.
and then you
Yeah,
see
okay,
if you
it's
can
fine
go.
too.
Those people attacked us, and then they ran off. Or I don't know.
Yeah, but look. The thing with that, the thing with all of this is we don't know how their
Yeah.
system works. Do
Yeah.
they know? Do they? They could have. It could be like Minority Report. They have a video feed of them already. It could be
Yeah.
anything from that to there was a blip on a radar.
We need to find out.
Brug
To find
rips
out.
the door right off the hinges and throws it behind him.
So we're there just waiting to see if
Oh,
you
you-
guys
you
are gonna
don't-
come
you don't-
running down with us.
Here, look, you can be on the table.
And you
Get the
see
hell
him
behind me.
trying to fit his almost 1,000-pound frame into the door. And like
He's not 1,000.
he can
Yes!
barely
It's
fit
an
himself in
At
there.
least 800.
Is that what it says?
Yes.
Where does it say that?
We had that the first information. I have it here. Something about
Brock, dude, what's
800
going on?
pounds.
800 pounds, 10 feet tall.
Brock, you
Alright,
can't
alright,
get
alright.
in here. You're too
Yes.
big.
Yeah.
So he barely is fitting his shoulders in, his head is down. He's just getting his weapon in there and he's like slamming it on the ground. Who's in here? Who's causing all this ruckus? I'm gonna rip all your heads off and eat you all.
He's just talking about a ruckus, so he's not.
Well, I'll say there absolutely was a ruckus. Kedhira, we came in here to interrogate Kedhira about those two Duergar that we had pulled up from the Labyrinth that were part of that slave trade organization. And wouldn't you believe it, she started firing. She would have started firing these massive
Bolt of
bolts
fire.
of fire at us from the door, from right outside the doorway.
It was crazy.
Because I don't care what you say. You're mine. He's trying to make his way in there.
Why are we yours? I mean, if you want to date,
He's like
just ask.
just swinging his weapon just out of your reach.
You're cute, bro, but I don't think she even comes up to your ankles, man.
Dude, why are you so angry with us? We came here and we were attacked.
We did your job for you. Kedhira was the one firing off those firebolts from the doorway, and she's dead.
He's got the doorway up to his hips right now. He's got a big butt. It's hard to get it in.
Okay.
He's looking very angry. He's looking up at you, looking at you. Blood in the eyes.
Bro, I swear to God, if you're gonna come in here just to give us some free experience, I don't know, man. What's everyone's health at?
I'm at full health.
Oh, nice. Oh,
36 plus.
I'm at 23.
I'm at
23.
bloodied.
All right, at this point, you see out the windows about another 5 or 6 ogres coming.
We're leaving.
Come on.
All
Not
right, we get the
here.
message.
But you don't recognize them.
No negotiation possible. Very sad.
They're ogres.
Brock, it could have been something.
I say, Brug, my name is Travex. We'll see each other again, but just you remember, we were on the side of good, and you
Or
didn't
not.
want to negotiate. You didn't want
And
to.
you're
You
being-
didn't want to hear reason.
You're being a mean girl right now.
Slams the great club into the ground and puts a dent.
I didn't. When everyone was looting stuff,
Oh, you.
I was
you
I was
grabbed
over
something?
here and I was just kind of making my considerations. But
Yeah, he never.
would there have been
actually-
anything over there for
There's
me?
some ores over there. You can-
Oars
Yes.
or
Like
sword?
metallic
Ores.
ore.
O-R, I forgot his
Like
Yeah,
a boat
it's
ore?
O-R-E-S.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
metal.
metal.
I'm
Not
just
like a
gonna-
boat?
Not like a boat.
any-
Ores as in
Look,
metal.
guys, I found the ore.
any-
Why do we want any ores?
So that
It's a
platinum ore,
bedazzled ore.
Did we need platinum ore for something?
platinum or gold ore,
Did we?
it's valuable.
It basically falls
Oh,
under
you mean
artifacts.
for-
It's on the
Just
shelf.
grab it.
Do I know what kind it is, or I'm not sure?
You don't have the time right now. You just write ore.
just quantity, anything.
Get the long
just for the notes.
The one for the big
2.
boat.
Okay.
They're a little bigger, hard to carry as the little things they grab.
Should we throw a fire thing as we leave, or just go?
Burn the place down.
Well,
Add more to your future death.
Well, we're not gonna. I mean, we're not the bad guys here. But
Try to keep our records.
keep him slow.
I like this place. I've told people, I was like, it's like the mines of Moria. It's like if it was alive with it, everyone was like, this
So,
fucking cool. Huh?
At this point, you see the rest of the people coming down. You're
Thank
gonna
you.
open the door, and the door opens into the labyrinth, and not far away from the actual entrance that you guys been using.
Oh,
You know exactly where you are,
perfect.
and we can end it there.
Perfect.